Alexa, balls.
Oh, evening, Billy. Nice of you to turn up, mate.
Right, mate.
Right.
Right.
Are you doing your hair, were you?
Yeah, we start. Right, are we ready? To
We're
go?
live. We are live.
Bill.
We're live,
No,
Bill.
we're not.
We are, mate. So, everyone.
What, you got live already?
Yeah. You're never on
he's,
time.
Time waits
past
for
eight,
no
Billy.
project.
Yeah.
If you're
This is a
expert.
project we are going forward with. Good
I'm out.
evening,
I'm
everyone.
done.
Off you go. Billy's done. He's sacked. Right. Good evening, everyone. And we have got a bumper of another show tonight. If anyone saw that list today, be worried because you don't know what's going to come out of it. But I am joined by the usual lot. I have got to my left, Mike McCaffrey. To my right, Monty. To my bottom left, Mr. Wood. And tonight, a special guest. We have got Wick's very own Craig Stewart. Gentlemen, how are we all?
All good. Thanks for the invite.
No, not a problem, mate.
Really good, mate. Good weekend. I had a chilled one this weekend, actually.
No.
Yeah, no football. No football.
No beer?
No lies. Let's start with no lies first.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
No
yeah,
lies.
my beautiful wife. She actually picked up an extra shift in the old maternity world because babies are being born daily, and she's out there delivering, playing with those women's bits all day long.
What a job. What a job.
You know, what a job. I know. Well, yeah, maybe for you guys, but not from what I hear. But anyhow, so no football for me. We had a lovely day. Daughter went to the old Tyson Fury fight, her first ever boxing fight.
Nice.
16 years old, you know, she's taking after Big Daddy here. But had a great time. It's catching all the results. But lads, I've got a weight update.
Go on.
Oh, God, we always start with the weight update.
Can we get it? Gentlemen, when I
Go.
started my journey 4 weeks ago, my lazy journey where I don't go to the gym, I still drink beer, I eat whatever I want, but I get jabbed in there. I was 16 stone 10. Some would say obese. Some would say slightly unathletic. Some would say past his prime. Not Mike McCaffrey. Because today, gentlemen, I have broke the 15 stone barrier.
No way.
Well, I expected.
Yeah, I was thinking the same, Billy.
Well done, mate. Well done.
I'll tell you why I'm not applauding it, right? I'm not applauding it because all you're doing is the same thing by jabbing yourself. You have done fuck all for it, Mike. like nothing.
Cheers, Rich.
You're looking good, Mike, to be fair.
My hard-earned money into this medical phenomenon that is
It is a phenomenon, that's for sure. Yeah.
And today, gentlemen, I'm gladly saying to you to celebrate me not going to the gym, me being lazy, me being fat jab Mike, I've got a beautiful bottle of Malbec to share with just me tonight whilst we go through some football banter because there is a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about tonight, by the way.
Cheers, Mike.
There is.
Right. Has there been stuff?
That's for you, Billy, because I know you.
Yeah, I'm so late tonight. I haven't even made a cup of tea. So when I sleek off in a bit, when it calms down for like 10 seconds, I'll get my cuppa in.
Well, I think you've got wine
once
in there,
you've said your little bit, Bill, you go and make yourself a little.
You go make yourself. So,
you
Bill,
ring 3 clubs that you want to join next year. You know, you tell them about all the.
No, the phone's been. It's been a hot phone. It's been a hotline blink at the moment, mate. Won't stop.
Speaking of the hotline, we need to get the hotline up. But I'm
We do.
delighted to see my former gaffer, my good friend, the under-11 Player of the Year, Craig Stewart. There he is.
Cheers, mate.
Craig, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. I had to get a booster seat out of the car so I could reach up to this height for the podcast.
He looks a bit taller than usual.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's why.
Yes, but Lee, I've had a great time. That's me over. I'll get back to organising the show in the background.
Yes, you will.
Lee, can I quickly, because we're chaotic as fuck this morning, right? But this afternoon, this evening, whatever we are.
Go.
So I can make my cup of tea. Can I quickly, before we get on to our guest?
Go on, mate.
please talk about me before Monty jumps in and bores the shit out of everyone for 10 minutes.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Right, okay. So, big win yesterday. Encouraging signs, I must add. It was encouraging. We went
Up the U's.
Yes. We'll talk about it in more depth, but yeah, win yesterday, brilliant, especially what happened around us. A loss today for the women against the best team in the league, in my opinion, Leatherhead. We went 3-0 down, pulled it back to 3-2, gave a right good fight against them, and then conceded a penalty in the 90th minute, which is a bit of a shame. But it was a much improved performance from the players. We're missing 7 players today. 7.
Wow.
1.5 players on the bench.
1.5.
Yeah, one's got a serious injury and she kind of.
Oh, right, okay.
But yeah, we gave them a fight. I'm proud of the girls today. Really proud. Watched the fight as well. Watched the Fury fight last night. I think Fury.
What do you think of it? I thought he looked a bit out of shape, mate.
Fury will get banged out by Joshua, and I'm not a Joshua fan in the slightest.
I think that fight's a bit past its prime, Bill. Don't you?
I'm not a fan of Tyson Fury. I'm gonna pull the curtain back. I've got a bit of inside knowledge. I know a little bit behind the scenes there.
Of course he does.
I know promoters, as we know. Tyson Fury has consistently changed the goalposts for the Fury Joshua fight for the last few years. Consistently,
Yeah, I've heard that.
He never ever really wants to dab it. He keeps retiring, and to have the audacity to stand in that ring, turn around to Joshua and say, "Let's get it on, you shithouse," when he's been the shithouse, right? With all due respect. It's quite funny, but I enjoyed the fight. I watched it with a friend. I had a glass of Malvino on the go, and I had a good night. I had a really good night. But yeah, it's been a good weekend, and now I'm going to start my actual Sunday with a cuppa.
Go get your cuppa.
Yeah, I'm going to go and get my pillow when you talk. All right.
All right, mate. Let's over. And Monty, how are we now? I will just say, it hasn't been a good weekend for you, Premier League wise, is it, mate? I think the bottles are starting to come out.
Well,
it's been suboptimal, to put it that way. Obviously, so weekend got off to a terrible start with the 12:30 kickoff. As I'm warming up and I'm getting the score fed into me by the coaches, all laughing at me. Jack Monday, obviously being a Chelsea fan, taking the piss out of me. It was so bad. My goalkeeper coach is a Sheffield Wednesday fan, and he was taking the piss out of me. And they've
lost
4
37 games, mate.
Yeah, they're on negative points, and they're taking the piss out of me. Follow that up by losing against New Haven, but luckily, weekend saved. Under 18s today, 7-0 win against Lockwood, so I'm a bit happier.
That's what we like to hear. But we have our guest Craig. He has been introduced already. So, tell you what, let's get straight to it. Craig, how much was that result yesterday for Wick? How big was it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, obviously the biggest result was on Monday when we beat Lancing and confirmed safety. Yesterday we were superb. I think the score flattered them, to be fair. However, look, we're well aware that they had a fair few players out because they had the Ireland Cup semi-final, so you've got to put it into perspective. However,
was that the Moretti Cup?
The Moretti.
Yeah,
Moretti semi with Jersey and all that lot.
Yeah. So, but we played some great stuff, and we're a club that's in transition. I was looking back to the squad yesterday compared to the first game of the season, and there was only 6 players involved from that first game of the season. So yeah, we're on a roll. We've lost 1 in 6. Yes, okay, we played a lot of the bottom sides. We lost to Bexhill away, and to be fair to Bexhill, they were superb. I thought they were a very good side, but it's moving forward, and it's a club that's in transition on the pitch and off the pitch, and we're finishing the season strong, which is what we wanted to do, and obviously we look to next season to strengthen even further. But I think we're in I know we're in a great place.
Yeah, no, that's really good, mate. I saw one of your defenders, Jack Downey. Also, I know him very well.
Yeah.
I saw him last night and a little chat, and he said like how well Wick played and that sort of thing. So that was good to hear. But got to ask, next season, is there going to be Big Macs on the menu?
Big Macs. I hope not, because I'm going to get even fatter than I am now.
Boy, I fell for that.
I do love a cheeseburger and a chicken burger, you know, so often on the way home from work. So, look, at the end of the day, what I will say about the club is, you know, one of the reasons I came to the club was their ambition is incredible. They're so together behind the scenes. You know, like Matt Lander, the chairman, Michael Dorrington, you know, Lee Baldwin, you know, Sue Knight, and you know, people.
Is that Wick?
Who's that?
Michael Dorrington.
Yeah, he's the commercial director. Yeah.
Me and Mike both play Michael Dorrington back in the day.
Right, okay.
He used to play for my first Sunday side, mate. The mighty Broadwater Celtic.
Well, do you know what? Those
hello for me.
I will do. Like the whole, you know, behind the scenes, there's so much hard work going on. You know, I might have missed people there, but like, you know, Matt Lander, the chairman, Michael Dorrington, you know, Lee Baldwin. I mean, the amount of work that Lee does as well goes unrecognised. You know, and Michael's commercial, you know, knowledge, Matt Lander, you know, those people, they're great. They're working so hard behind the scenes. And you know, look, I can't say anything at the moment because nothing's confirmed, but there is big plans in place. And since I joined the club, you know, I've seen a massive transition. And that, to be fair, when I sort of, you know, I became free, I met with with Lee, Matt and Michael, and they presented to me the future plans of the club. And within 10 minutes, it was a no-brainer. I'd already made my decision that it was a club that I wanted to be involved in. You know, it's like when you manage and, you know, you come up against managers. I didn't know Lee that well. I've managed against him. Yeah. Massive respect for him. Didn't know him that well. And having worked with him for the past, you know, since October, honestly, I think he doesn't get the rewards he deserves. He's a great guy. He knows the game really well tactically. He's great in the dressing room. You know, he's very motivational, and you know, he's a great guy. I think the thing is with Lee, he's quite reserved. You know, he keeps himself to himself, so he probably doesn't get, you know, that. Just people don't know him that well. But when you actually work with someone and you're close with someone, and what I like about him is that you can challenge him as a manager. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but you know, as assistant manager, there's like two of us assistants, you know, Tux and myself, as well as you know, you've got Coops, obviously, he's a great coach, you know, unbelievable coach. But you can challenge Lee, and his ego's not too big to actually make a U-turn. So, it's been a breath of fresh air. It's a great thing.
Craig, can I jump in there about Lee?
Go on.
Right. Basically, I've come across Lee quite a few times when I was doing like the 23s, bit with you, with the Arundels, stuff like that. Right. And I put it on here. I didn't like him, right, at first, because I didn't know the guy. Yeah. Now I have the utmost respect for Lee Baldwin and what he does behind the scenes. Because I'll tell you what, he's a bit like what I am. He is that kind of motivator. He's that kind of leader in there. Yeah. I never saw that. All I
and I think, do you know football's a funny game, isn't it? I've met so many people through football when they've been on opposite sides, and I thought, you're a dick. And then you get to know them.
Same with Bill.
Well,
I met Bill first.
Yeah.
And now I love him.
It's not what he said to me.
Fucking
but you know, I just want to make that clear. That,
but football's like that.
I'll always say how it is. But when I got something wrong, I want to publicly say I got it wrong. And with Lee Baldwin, I did, because I know the work he does behind the scenes.
And he's not just a manager.
Yeah, and I know how much he wants to win. He wants to better the players, better the club, and everything like that.
Mike, on that, do you think? I think Sussex football is really quick to judge individuals and people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, there's a lot of us that would have phone calls with each other. Like obviously, Craig, me and you have spoke many times as well. Yeah. Mike, I've got to know Mike over the years and Lee, and then about loads of other managers, especially when I kind of stepped into county league management, because obviously, and is not being arrogant, apart from my time at Eastbourne United, all my stuff's real and playing with the big man back in the day. But a lot of my stuff has obviously been Isthmian League and what have you, right? So you kind of meet new people you don't know. And I think it's really, really easy to judge Like Twitter, X, whatever we want to call it, is a bit of a cesspool. We all feed into it. Like, let's be honest,
Yep.
we all feed into it. Like the list, it is like people shit their pants on the list, but look, it's a list. It is what it is. We just go into
Tongue in
it.
cheek, isn't it? It's tongue in
Yeah,
cheek.
of course, of course. But I think the good thing is, and I think this is what a lot of people don't see online, and maybe a lot of players and other people tweet about stuff, is a lot of us managers, whatever we are, committee members, chairman, football, just general football people around clubs, like we do communicate and we do talk. So you kind of like find out who the real person is behind the bravado. Do you know what I mean? Because it is bravado on the touchline. I know I either have to be a dick at times and maybe have to beat the showman to take the pressure off the players at times, or sometimes you might be like the Mo of the group, the muser who goes and wins championships, and we'll talk about Mo later. And there's different characters, and we get judged by our character, don't we? And I think when you strip that back and you get to know the people, I think it's just so much more kind of interesting, and it'd be nice to get characters like your gaffer a bit more kind of airtime, because I came to Wick last week. I don't know if you saw me, Craig. I was snuck in.
I was away. So
I snuck in. I snuck in. I hid in the stand behind a bunch of Shoreham supporters. They had probably a combined age of 876, by the way. But lovely. A bunch of old girls. They're absolutely lovely. And I was really impressed, mate. Like, really impressed. Like, I went up to the bar upstairs. And
Beautiful, isn't it?
Lovely bar.
Once. Wick actually has a historical, like the ground has a historical moment in Hastings United's women's history. It's the first game ever played as a women's team was played at Wick. We went there, played a friendly against Rustington Rovers, right? So it's our first ever game. And it's the only time, and it was in COVID times, so nothing was open. It was just literally on the pitch. And I could never work out whether it was Wick or not, ever. And I used to check the pictures. And turning up and seeing the ground and the improvements that have been made and what's been going on there, and some players on the pitch I thought were very tasty. I thought were a very good couple of players. I talked about them last week. Oh, look, not trying to put too much airtime.
No, that's all right.
That's all right. But I think it's a club that rose from Div 1 into the Prem, secured safety, like you say, this year. Isn't it? It's 2 years in the back.
Yeah, 2 years.
And look, if with all these plans, with that McDonald's drive-through going at the bottom of the road, I'm joking.
Don't, because I fell for that.
Yeah,
I did as well.
Wick had me. I'm having them.
I was excited, but like it just feels like look. It's always hard to attract support around there because you've got loads of clubs around you, like loads.
Yeah.
But it does feel like a club that could, if it catches a bit of momentum, start really building.
Yeah, and I think they are. That's already building. I've seen massive changes since I've been there, and there's a plan in place. And I guess watch your space. I can't give anything away at the moment. I mean, there is some really great unkept secrets out there at the moment, but the people that are involved behind the scenes are ambitious, and what they want is they want to leave a legacy. So we want to become a real community club, and that's why it's become the McDonald's Community Stadium. Yes, I know McDonald's is like junk food, but it's still a great sponsor. And they do a lot of sponsorship in big sport. So, but it's the guys work so hard. Lee himself, does so much behind the scenes, and I'm saying this because I don't think he gets the credit he deserves. He's got a young family. He works incredibly hard on his business, but he makes sure that the players get everything they deserve and probably more. And look, a manager that was 3-1 down in the playoff final in front of massive support, and then gives a team talk. And I know that he gave. I wasn't there, obviously, but
was that against Seaford?
Yeah, against Seaford. 3-1 down and out, comes out and wins, in a massive situation. You talk to the players that are involved in that, and his inspiration from that team talk is what drove them to make it happen. So that's the way I look at good managers. And not only that, if you look the last few years, I think a lot of his team, they've all been mates. He's been his mates as well. But he's been involved behind the scenes as well. He's recognised that we need to change things as a club on the pitch. We brought a lot of youngsters in, a lot of good footballers. I think we went on that bad spell because we didn't have enough experience in there, but we've gone out and got experienced players as well. and he's the one who's leading that transition. And yes, and he also recognises that it's not just him, and it is about, at the end of the day, he lives by the sword, he dies by the sword, so it's his responsibility. But he takes that pressure off us, but he makes sure that we're all together. And I think that comes from the top, from the chairman, Matt Lander, Michael Dorrington as well. I mean, Matt and Michael, the work they do, and a special mention to our secretary, Sue Knight, as well. I mean, she's incredible.
She's amazing. Shout out.
Yeah, she's like,
amazing.
And the support she gets from her husband Barry, it's just, look, every club I've been at, every club I've been at, I've had great times. I've loved every minute of it, and I've got so much respect for all those clubs I've been involved with. But this club is the most together club that I've been with. And yes, there's going to be ups and downs. However, everyone's open, transparent, and talks. And that was what brought me to the club. It's very difficult to come to a club that's been a rival, and I always thought I'm never going to go to Wick. Bollocks that. There's no. However, because of sitting down with those guys and everything they promised, they've delivered. And I know it sounds really corny at the moment, doesn't it? But it's true. I speak from the heart. I am what I am. But everyone is incredible. And we've got some good players there as well.
Yeah, Craig, can I talk about a couple of your players with you, mate? Because I know.
Sure. And look, can I just say, right? Because we've got great players, and I've got no problem talking about great players and other clubs looking at them. Because at the end of the day, you have to. I'm well aware that if players are good enough to go on to a high level, you push them on when they're ready. And if we have a part of that, hopefully we'll obviously move forward, and they stay with us. However, if we don't, you have to push them on. And I get great satisfaction out of having a player with us, being on their pathway, and then you push them onto a high level and they go on to, bigger and better things. And we have got some special players.
Craig, let me talk about a couple of your players, mate, a few of your players, because obviously I had the pleasure of working with you at Arundel as your 23s manager, which I hated doing the 23s, and you knew that. But then even better when I was doing the number 2 with you. Yeah? Okay. So I feel I've got an idea on the players. The first one I'll mention, Charlie Robinson.
Oh, what about your class act?
I've known the lad since he was 16, since he was, at the Worthing Youth. Yeah. His father, Stuart Robinson's good power mind, top guy. Obviously, Chelsea got battered today, so we won't be happy about that. But
actually, that's a good point. I've got a message, Robert.
Charlie's played 37 games for you this year. He's been an ever-present. You trust him, Lee trusts him, and that. What's he like in the change room these days? Because he's always been.
Mate, he's a top lad. I think Ryan Back was the captain. Unfortunately, we lost him through injury. Incredible player. Baz, right, great leader. And Robbo's come in. I think people forget how young Robbo is. He played for me previously, and to be fair, he'd been out injured. He was a little bit heavy, left us, went to Wick, and having been involved in him, he had a couple of games this season where he had a bit of a mare, which players happen. Unfortunately, when you play at the back, if you have a bit of a mare. However, he leads the team so well. He's quite quiet, Robbo, but he's just got this aura. He's just got this aura about him. The way he plays, and he leaves nothing unturned. And he bounced back from, he won't mind me saying this, but a couple of games he didn't, have good games, but he bounced back, led the team, and he's ever present, and he's an unbelievable leader. And he's one of those leaders that you don't have to say it, just him being there, his presence, and he's been unreal. I mean, so good. He's not a particularly quick player, but he's strong. He's great in the air.
Brilliant in the air, isn't he?
And I don't think people give him enough credit of what a great footballer he is. But sometimes you have captains that don't need to say a lot, just them being there. And he's got great standards. What he does do, if the standards aren't there from the other players, he'll pick them up. And not one player will turn around and question, what he says. So incredible. At his young age, he's the player that's going to lead this club forward, in my opinion.
Also,
great fan. His dad's Stuart's a lovely guy as well.
I love Stuart. If you're watching, he's no watches the shows. I want to come round to your bar as well and try that out.
Yeah, I haven't had an invite yet. I need to.
Yeah, he keeps that close to his chest, doesn't he?
And I've seen it on Facebook.
Another guy I want to speak to, because he's He was actually one of my first sponsors across the shows that I've done. Okay, lad called Ryan Singers. Shout out Singers Roofing. You know, he's always a 7, 8 out of 10 guy, isn't he?
Yeah, great lad.
All the time.
He's just he's Mr. Consistent, and he's just he's such a humble guy. You know, I mean, a few weeks ago, Lee unfortunately was unavailable, and myself and Coops were on the side, and he got sent off at Little Common. And you know, I not one to dig players out, but he got sent off for a silly little, you know, thing that he shouldn't have done. Well, he could have, you know, if he'd have done it in a better place, not right in front of the referee. And I dug him out in front of the dressing room, which I hate doing. But you know, fair play to him. He could have held it against me, but it was forgotten. And you know, with Singers, he'll run through brick walls for you, and just, you know, great family, you know, lovely guy. And he's one of those players that probably doesn't get recognised because he just does everything simple, but he's there. He'll break up the play for you, run through brick walls. And just one of life's really good guys.
Sweet as. And then just finally, mate, wishing you good luck for the next season. You know,
yes, mate.
Good.
Can I bring up one player?
Go on.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Ethan Roberts. So I just want to pick up on Bill here because, you know, Billy obviously said last week about Roberts and Ethan Roberts, and you know, look, everyone knows he's about, but he's been a breath of fresh air. Billy said last week he just needs to play and needs some loving, and you've seen that. And you know, I think the whole club has given him loving. He's going to play. You know, and we knew as soon as he started firing, he was going to fire on all cylinders. And you know, those are the sort of players that we're trying to get to the club and to drive us forward. And I think, you know,
I know that because I sponsored him at Worthing United. He was only here for about 10
he just needs to keep playing, scoring goals. He starts filling out, and he's going to be an absolute problem.
Yeah, he just needs, and he needs to. I think, you know, hopefully we'll keep him next season. We're doing everything we can to keep him because I think another season with us, and hopefully we will push forward because a lot of plans in place for us to, you know, we're speaking to a lot of players at the moment. There's a strategy there on and off the pitch, and hopefully it'll grow with us. But great lad.
First, Ethan would be this, Craig, right? Whether it's staying with you or not, don't jump to Isthmian League football just yet. Stay, score goals. You know, like too many strikers want to jump, and then they end up sitting on the bench for August, September, October. Then they move out somewhere else, and it's a waste. In my opinion, he needs to play. Goal scorers score goals, and I tell you what, give it 2-3 years, he'd be absolutely frightening. But there's no rush. It's a no rush.
Yeah, not only that, the players around him as well. You know, they've contributed to, you know, him getting goals as well. So there's some great players at the club, and you know, look, there's big plans. I think it'll be followed through, but you know, it's a great club. So thanks for the opportunity to talk about it as well. Keep up the great work, guys. It's it's a great show. You've done a great one. You've done wonders for Sussex football.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Pleasure to have you on, mate.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Gorgeous wife, Laura, as well.
Yeah, cheers, Mike. And Billy, yes, you need to stop putting your wine into a cup. Right? Monty needs to stop putting vodka in a plastic bottle.
Brady, love you, mate.
Legends. Cheers, boys. Take care.
Cheers, Craig.
Cheers, thank you.
Bye, mate.
Right, boys. On a serious note, that was a nice chat with a good man. But no one tunes in on a Sunday for us to have nice chats. Now it's all right now and then. No one does.
Right. All right, Bill.
Is it time?
Where are we starting?
It's time. Look, it's time, right? Because do you know what? I'm ready
I just can't get my bottle of wine then. If it's time,
you need a bottle of wine.
It's wine.
You need to get a wine on the go. I don't need anything but cups of tea. I only need tea because otherwise, if I had anything more than that, I might say something I regret. Maybe regret. Right. So the list.
Where are we starting?
Starting with the Isthmian South League.
Okay.
League. So, firstly, massive congratulations to Three Bridges.
Yeah.
And Jamie Crellin and all there. Been manager there for a long time. He had to go through hard patches when they had the old grass pitch and they were poor. Has really rebuilt that football side. Went away from home last year, had a really shit time. Where were they? Playing at Chatham, weren't they, or somewhere like that?
Yeah.
And look, and then finished the season strong. Promotion wasn't on the cards, and they followed up this year with a resounding victory. Victories on like both at home and on the road, leading to the title. Simple as that. And do you know what? Hats off, because I tell you what, they are one of the best footballing sides I've seen at this level in years.
Absolutely.
Yeah, without
go on, Bill. Yeah, go on, finish.
Without a doubt. And that being said, I wish Jamie, wish Crells and all there the absolute best at step 3 next year. And a couple of additions. There's no reason why they can't do what the Burgess Hill have done this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw Three Bridges on Bank Holiday Monday against Sussex, and difference is night and day. What he's got there this season, and his coaching team as well, and the people he's got behind him and around him are just superb, and were on it whole game. So got to give it to you. Well done, Jamie. Great win, and well done on the promotion.
Yeah, Monty, can you get some stats up for them, please?
Yeah, look, on that, whilst he's bringing up stats, the only thing I don't like, right, is, am I being biased here, right? What was their crowd? They won. They become champions in front of how many people?
Were they away or at home? I don't know.
They were away at Whiteleaf in front of 423.
423, yeah. How many did they take? How many was at their last home game?
Let's
pull it up.
God, I don't
422.
know, mate.
So 420, and that was a Monday, wasn't it? Bank Holiday Monday, yeah? Come on. The people around that town, they're around Freebridge. I know you've got Crawley on your doorstep, but with all due respect, they're shit. Yeah?
Yep.
Behind Freebridge. No, like, it's all well and good. The club doing well off the back of having the 3G pitch and income coming from that. But get behind it. If they're playing good football, go and watch it. What's it, 12 quid to go and watch? Like, they should be getting that team the way they're getting 600, 700, 800 people watching on the regular.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. There was a time when Three Bridges probably had 50 people on a dog watch, right? But that doesn't take away what they've done this year. It is step 3's harder. And I think with a couple of additions, there's no reason, like I said, they could do what Burgess Hill Town have done. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Hang on. I might have him coming on.
Is he here?
Oh.
Give him a couple of minutes.
Is he coming on?
I'll sort it out. Give me a few minutes. I'll sort it out.
Right.
Well, we can
go and get the champion gaffer live on the show.
And
also,
anyone else?
Mo, if you're watching, congratulations as well yesterday. So if you're watching, Mo, give us a little hello or something.
Right. So without dead air, because we hate dead air and we hate and we like to talk. So
next,
United Monday. I'm going to be honest. I was worried.
Oh, there it is. Hang on a minute.
Are we going to?
Hang on a minute.
John,
this is live. We might just have a little champione coming through. The hottest manager in the south, Jamie Crellin. Free British champione. Welcome to the show.
How you doing, Crells? You all right?
Oh, we were good.
Crells, legend. First and foremost, before we talk about Three Bridges, I want to quickly say a lot of people don't know about the excellent work you do with one of the best academies around for youngsters, Ace Academy. Okay.
Thank you, mate.
I know the guys you work with. You know, I tried to get some dirt on you, but they're true and loyal, and they kept it 100. People like Nags and all that lot. So, any youngsters out there that want a bit of one-on-one coaching, that don't want to be sold the dream, that don't want to be sold the your boy, your girl's going to go and play Premiership football, go and take a free session of that man right down there, because he offers one of the best in the business academies going around. Anyway, that's too many niceties for you. You're already a champion, eh? Welcome to the show, pal.
So
Cheers for having me, chaps. Go on.
not a problem, mate. So how did it feel yesterday when that final whistle went and you were declared champions?
Yeah, it was brilliant, mate. It was a bit of relief, to be honest with you. It's been stress, man, proper stress. And I'll tell you what, about 65 minutes, we're obviously 2-0 up. The goalkeeper coach was having a look at the Croydon score. They were 3-1 down, and then someone whispered in my ear that I'd won the sweepstake on the Grand National, and I think at that point, mate, my life peaked. Yeah, no, it was brilliant, mate. But yeah, a lot of stress. I woke up this morning for the first time and just not have to worry about anything. It's been lovely.
Yeah.
Girls, can I take you back? Can I take you back a bit? You've been there a while.
Yeah, of course, mate.
You've been there a while. You know, I remember the year that we went, Hastings went up. We played you on the old grass pitch there, and you know, you've had to kind of be patient and build. You've had to go away from home. You've had to play a load of home games. Fuck knows how far away, very far away, as you
Too far away.
Too far away. And it's not been an easy ride. It's not been an easy ride. But the one thing I've noticed with Three Bridges has been the consistency. And obviously that always starts from the top. As a club, from a manager's perspective, how important has above you been in delivering this and getting to this point as Three Bridges as champions of step 4?
So important, and that relationship's been so important. I was had a great relationship with Paul when I started and I took the job, but two things I said to him when I went in, I kind of said, one, I'm going to need time, and two, you're going to have to let me do it my way. If we can do those two things, then we're going to be all right, kind of thing. It'll work. But so for him to have that trust in me was second to none. But yeah, that relationship's been so important, and that's a credit to him, really, because you don't get that in football. You don't get time, for sure.
No.
But yeah, if anyone can take anything from it, is sometimes you need time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously, when I took, there was the football club weren't in a good place. Listen, let's be honest, and I'm the most realist about it. It was a fucking shithole. Everyone hated Three Bridges. The style of football weren't good. So really, it was about just going in and smashing up all that old culture and just starting almost as a brand new outfit.
Yeah.
But yeah, recruitment was tough, really tough them first couple of years.
But you don't look, but you stuck at it, and I think it's credit to you as well, because sometimes in those dark moments, and it's not going great. Sometimes people just go, look, I'm worn out. I've done it for a couple of years now. It's not going. We're getting better, but it's not going where we want it to go. And a lot of people give up. And not just chairman, not just people who make decisions above a manager, but managers get tired. It's the hardest job in football, apart from the secretary. The secretary is the hardest job.
Yeah, I don't want that job, mate.
Everyone, being a gaffer is the hardest job, and people sometimes, I think, underestimate how hard it is to be a manager, whatever level, by the way, whatever level. There's still jobs that you have to do that no one else has to do, right? But I've got to ask you about your style of play and looking at your attacking options, because the one thing I've seen over Three Bridges over the last couple of years is when you watch them play, and you've got some great central midfielders who control games of football, but as soon as it gets into that final third, you come alive. Like, has that been a big part of the transition of the change of culture and the change of style for Three Bridges?
Yeah, it's been massive. So I'll be honest, when I took the job, there was no style of play at Three Bridges, and that was something that was really important to me. Is that if someone said how do Three Bridges play, everyone that should be able to give you an answer from inside the club and outside the club, and that weren't the case. So really stamping an authority on that of how we play was important. But I always knew that was going to take time, because listen, when you're working with people like Dan Ferreira, right back, I had him 18 years old, and I'm asking him to do things like roll into midfield and get the ball off the goalie. When he's 18, 19, he makes mistakes. We concede. So I knew if I can just keep doing that with him, now he's 23, 24, he ain't making them mistakes. So I just knew it was going to take time. But yeah, it was important. We had a style. It's an attacking style of football. And it's interesting when you look back at the stats, like even when we struggled, we had Dan Perry that won the Golden Boot. I think he won the Golden Boot with like 32 goals. Like that was when we was bottom 5, bottom 6. So yeah, it's always benefited attacking style players. I think just giving them the freedom to go and play really once we're in the final third.
I love that.
Jamie, one thing I've noticed about your teams is the amount of youth players that you brought through. Someone's just commented on as well. You put your trust in players that were 17, 18, 19 years old. When other managers would have gone out, paid money, gone and got a few older heads in to try and get the job done. You stayed true to what you believed in, you know. What do you look for in these young players?
Do you know what? And I say this all the time to my assistant. I'll be 100% real. When I first took the job, we had to use more youth more than we wanted to, and that was obviously because of the resources we had available. And that kind of forged a pathway a little bit, which is God's honest truth. And then it's kind of they need an opportunity, right? And I always say it.
Yeah.
If you've got Max Dowman playing in the Prem at 16, you can't tell me that a 16-year-old ain't good enough to play in Step 4 football. No disrespect to their level, but sometimes they just need an opportunity to play. We're obviously quite fortunate where it never really looked like we were ever going to get relegated from this league, and obviously we're never going to go anywhere near the playoffs in the first couple of years, so we was able to give them that opportunity and that exposure. I think we've had a youth team player in the squad in every game I've managed, which has been lovely. It's something that the club hold very closely to them. And it's important for recruitment at the younger ages because they need to see a pathway. They need to be able to see and have reference to players that have done it when trying to sign for the under 13s, 14s, 15s. That's important that we've got a pathway for them people to come along to the football club. Because listen, when you look at it in Sussex, you've got some great football clubs. You've got big football clubs like Hastings, Lewis, Worthing. Like, we ain't the biggest football club by no means, so we have to try and do things a little bit different to try and attract the same sort of players as those clubs.
I like that. And a lot of people, what they don't know is you had a big career at Bridges. You know, you've come up through there, you've led them, and that. What is your relationship like with the owners and the chairman there? Because I came down on the game where, I'll be honest, you battered Horsham in the Senior Cup. You were well deserved, and me and Lee were there.
Yeah.
Chat with our mate Keith, you know, who does his grounds there. Love Keith. Shout out to Keith. But how much say do you have in it?
Being honest, a real lot, and that's, I think, why it works, because we trust each other so much. Anything football is me, and he knows that. It's kind of, that's my side, and his side's to run the football club, and I think that's why it works so well. But yeah, the relationship's fantastic, and I kind of fell back in love with football because of him. When I went there, I'd kind of been at the Lewis, the Hastings, the Worthings, and it's kind of so serious, and I'd kind of fallen out of the game a little bit. Falling out of love with the game a little bit by then. I was 24, 25 at the time, and I kind of just went there, and he's just a different character. He's a little bit like Marmite. You either love him or you hate him. I kind of just fell in love with the guy, really, and yeah, we've had a great relationship ever since that.
And my final question for you, before we move on to the other lads, is what's next? You're now stepping up. What is next?
Hopefully a Sussex Senior Cup trophy.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Manager
Just about to ask that.
Manager of the year?
I don't care about that. I'll be 100%. I don't. It'd be nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not something I've ever thought about this season. But what's next? And listen, I say this openly and I say this honestly, is we have to keep moving forward as a football club. And that is one of the hardest things when I took the job. Is I was trying to get every single person that walked through them gate to believe that Three Bridges could get promoted one day. And they'd never believed it. They were so happy and just to plod along and mooch along in the Isthmian South and be grateful to be in that division. And it was like, guys, we have to change this mentality. So listen, don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here saying I'm going to go up to Step 3 and win it. But for my own career, the players' career, they're all hungry and they all want success. So as a football club, we have to keep moving forward and we just have to keep making progress. That's really important as a football club.
Well, I think you've had an incredible season. You're an incredible guy. Excited to see what happens. We're going to be down there for the Sussex Senior Cup final. We reckon you know, whoever you play, we reckon you got a fighting chance. So I'd love to see you lads do it. And I'd love to come out on the piss with you lot afterwards.
Jamie, so as Mike just said about the Sussex Senior Cup, obviously you won't know who you're playing yet till the 29th of April when Eastbourne and Brighton under-21s play. But what are you saying to your players now? Are you now like, right, the league's done, we're now going to focus on building towards the cup final, and from there.
No, I think exactly it's done. Obviously, the title's done. I think it's really important now that we don't slow down. I think as a group now we have to set ourselves little mini targets within that. We want to try and get to 100 points. I think that'd be great. If we win our next 2 games, we finish on 100, which is brilliant. And then obviously we can approach the final. But what we can't do is stop now and expect to pick up in 3 or 4 weeks' time when the Sussex Senior Cup final's happening and just expect to be at the level we've been at. I think we kind of have to keep that going. It's quite frustrating. We don't have a date for the final yet, so we don't really know what we're working towards. Sussex FA have been a bit of a pain in the arse with that. They just won't give a date out. So who knows when that is? It's normally middle of May, isn't it? So
normally, yeah.
We just have to keep plodding along, really.
Sweet.
Well, good luck in that, mate. Yeah, good luck in that because it would be either Borough or Brighton, right? Brighton 23s, and it'd be a big game. So yeah, good luck and hopefully you do the double.
Fingers crossed.
Right, Krells, we're going to let you go on to all your media duties with the other 50 deal with.
You just got back in, Mike, from their celebrations. I don't know about that. He's pretending.
Mate, do you know what?
Nah,
players stitch it. I got not stitch. We all went back to the club, right? And then watched the boxing, which was great. And then all the boys, like, so disappointed, come back, all had clobber on them. Like, you coming out, Gaff? I was like, geez, I'm in my tracksuit. No one mentioned anything to me. But yeah, no, listen, we got the next Saturday out.
On the pitch,
they don't want me anywhere near them, mate. So luckily, I was home in bed by 12 and I'd work today, so it worked out all right. But next Saturday's a big one at home to Croydon, which will be nice.
Yeah.
We wish you
guys,
success, mate.
Keep up the top work. It's a great pod. Love watching it on a Sunday night or Monday morning in the gym. So yeah, guys, keep it up.
Thank you, mate.
Krells,
love it, guys. Take it easy. All the best.
Thanks for coming on.
Take care.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Legend.
So look, that's the celebration top end, right, of the table, which is well done to Krells and all that. And
Man, no any Krells. Legend.
But now let's talk about the nitty gritty. All right, let's get.
Are we getting busy then? Are we getting busy?
Yeah, do you know what, boys? I'm gonna be honest. Great couple of guests.
Let's hit it tonight.
But I can feel Bill. Like it's like not feel Bill. It's more like kill Bill.
There's something there that's nagging at him. You can see it.
I just feel right.
I feel he wants to let off a bit.
Yeah.
I feel like that. Tonight we're celebrating a lot, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I want to throw fucks out there tonight. I want to
go on, Bill.
Go through it, and I want to be honest, and I want to dive in. I want to get granular, and I want to stop pretending things are as perfect as people make out they are. So look, we're going to be open first about the Isthmian Southeast bottom clash, right? Hastings win, thank God, at Broadwood Chief. I actually want to praise the performance of the lads and praise Dave.
What's the score, Bill?
We won 4-2. So Damien Theodore scores a rocket bolt, an absolute bolt. Bang, goal. 1-0 up. Then we go 2-0 up. Jordan Mace. We're flying, comfortable, playing good football. Maybe Broadwood Chief got nothing to play for or whatever. That doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is my team getting 3 points. We can see the City goal, 2-1 half time. You think, oh God, here we go. At the time of looking at that, Sussex are 1-0 down. Erith aren't winning. Now I'm like, oh wow. I walk towards the bar. We're gonna go get a drink, and we took, by the way, a ridiculous amount of fans. I think we took about 140 fans to Broadwood Chief.
Wow,
140.
That's good.
Shout out Simo at Broadwood Chief.
And I had a good catch up with Simo as well. Good catch up.
Top guy. I love Simo.
Yeah, great guy, and the Broadwood Chief people are lovely as well, right?
Wonderful club.
So I'm standing by and I'm like thinking, well, look, we're winning, Sussex are losing. Happy days today.
Oh, it got a big
goes to me and goes, have you seen the results? You need to tell the boys about the results. I'm like, what? I'm like, we're about we're winning, cruise control, relax. I then look up and see football web pages, don't I, on the big screen. Sussex have gone fucking 3-1 up.
3-1 up.
2-1 up at the time. It's 2-1 half time. I'm like, how do they turn that around? And Erith were winning. So I'm thinking, oh God, wins the minimum we need, the absolute bare minimum. But look, we saw it out. we actually went 3-2 late on. I'm thinking, oh no, here we go. And then Max Walsh scores an unbelievable goal to make it 4-2. And
he played then, did he?
Yeah, he came off the bench, slapped one in. Great goal, and we win. And it's easy to batter managers and go, oh, this ain't worked or that ain't worked. I've got to give credit to the staff. We were winning the game. We were a bit more patient. We a bit more game management of it, a bit more control over what we were doing. Because Ashford, like Ashford on Monday, it felt a bit flat, but it didn't feel flat on Saturday. It felt like, and the one thing I could say about this group of lads is, it's not like a group of lads that are in a relegation battle. Like they are together and on it, right? And
what's the mood like, Bill? What's
really
the mood like in
good.
the camp? Good, yeah.
Really good. Look, I'm going to be honest. Anyone
It's been a tough season, isn't it?
Anyone in a relegation scrap, right? Anyone, especially a manager, they're going to be like, I don't care, and I'll speak open on this show. Yeah, as a manager, sometimes you are going to be looking over your shoulder, wondering what's going on. You are.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
And I wouldn't be surprised. Doesn't mean anything's happening, but in that situation, it's easy for people to think that, because people will be circling. It's the sharks are circling. They always do. They smell blood. Like every single club at the moment in county football as well. Anyone that's not doing well or potentially having a management change, or think there's a management change, there's going to be a circling of people. Yeah.
Oh, two or three guys.
Every single club, telling them how they can do it better. Right? Everyone.
Of course.
And don't get me wrong. There's some scenarios where that's absolutely true, and there's some scenarios where that's absolutely false. If you look at Crell's, Three Bridges, they were relegation fodder pretty much in that league for years. Yeah. And now they're one of the most heralded clubs in that level. Now, probably a little bit of an improved budget. I don't know, and I'm not going to speculate. But to keep some of those players on board, you probably have to give them a bit more money. And they're also brought into the manager, and that takes time. But Hastings get a good win, but then Sussex get a great win. And then Pat,
what a win for the Robins.
Pat starts the day with a hilarious video I actually sent on to Stormzy of Pat and two members.
That video was.
I sent it on, yeah.
Pat Harding. That was the opening video of the year. That's
the best video of the year, without a doubt, right? and I don't mind. I've always been quite outspoken and like interest in social media, but Pat does it in a way that's so endearing and charming, yeah, that people just seem to fall into it, right? But they got to win, and I was like, oh God, here we go. But the thing for me, and it might be the silver lining for Sussex football, is Sheppey are falling so fast, and so hard, yeah. I think they could be the ones who fall into that spot, and and Hastings could both survive. Genuinely, looking at the stats.
Okay.
I want Essex to survive.
Are Sussex still in the relegation zone now, or are they out?
1 point.
1 point.
Okay.
But saying that, saying all this, at the detriment of Hastings United, I don't want Sussex. I'll happily close the door on Sussex and wish them back to the Southern Combination Premier. See you later, right? Happily. Yeah. And I'll send Pat a postcard, right? However, not at the like if they can get out of it and Sheppey can piss off. And don't get me wrong, like I've talked about the show, I love that Danny Dyer Caravan Holidays, and that's on a caravan park in Sheppey. Yeah. I don't give a shit if they go down.
Should we go there, Bill? Should we go and try that out?
We can do a live one from there.
Live IBB10 from Sheppey.
Yeah. It's
you and me doing a bit of the old entertainment in the evening.
Yeah, I'm up for that. So we get the old red coats on, or like blue coats, whatever, yellow coats.
Come on.
And Monty as well. I can Monty dance.
Get Monty in there dancing, yeah.
So,
bit of tap dancing from Monty.
Sussex might survive. Not at the detriment of Hastings, but look, how nice would it be? For me, I wanted everyone to lose. We win and we're safe. In the last two games, there's no, like, the pressure's gone. I do not want to be going. I'll tell you in a minute.
I want to hear that.
I want those.
I don't want to be going to Jersey. Last game of the season, need to get a result. I can't.
Is that your last game?
I can't think of anything worse. Anything worse, right? But I was really happy for Dave. I was really happy for Alex. I was really happy for Mark Wright. Really happy for Bobby. The whole staff there. Really, really happy. And yeah, look, something like it's not.
How many points do you need, Bill?
I think we're safe. Like
think
we're not
we're
mathematically safe. We're 4 points from the drop with 2 games to go. I think we're safe. Yeah, but let's go and beat Herne Bay on Saturday at home. Last home game of the season. Give the fans
Then you're safe.
really to cheer. Like give them. Look, I'm not going to lie. The games at home, they've been poor. They've been poor. Not been good games, and you can look at it as the you can look at
pitch ain't great, like Bill.
Ain't great. The pitch ain't great. You can look at it as have we got it right?
I just had James Westlake on it on the hotline saying, "We're coming for you, Bill. We're coming for you."
Not for us, go for Sheppy. Leave us alone. Go for Sheppy. But look, I really like Sussex, and I really liked going to the ground, and I like the effort that they put in.
Yeah,
I want us to put on a big performance on Saturday, and it'll be a big crowd. Last game of the season, let's go and put a performance on. We're Hastings United. Let's not leave it in the hands of others. Let's go and win. Like it's in our hands. Go and win. I don't care about anyone else's results. We're safe. Simple as that. Right? Simple as that. And I hope Sussex win on Saturday. If we win, by the way. And I hope Sheppy lose. So look, that's what I'm putting out there. That's what I'm saying. All right. But go on, Lee. Sorry, mate.
No, go on, mate. Finish what you're gonna say, mate. Then I'll go. Go on.
Yeah, and look, for me, that's it. Like I don't like the fact that I talk quite passionately about Hastings. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not doing it every week. We'll lose followers if I start just having Hastings rants, right? But yeah, it's been nice being close to it to see what's working and what's not working, and it'd be better, if I'm honest, in the summer to work out how we are as a football club. Like I said, if football's a weird thing, I could be at Hastings. I could be, I don't know, bloody Sheppy maybe. I don't know. Like you just don't know, right? Football's a weird thing. Something comes up that you can't turn down, you don't turn it down, right? Or a situation might not be right where you are. But look, I look at this. I have to look at Hastings.
He's looking for a job.
No.
He's looking for a job. Billy Wood is looking for a job.
No, this is my advert every week. But if I actually got a job, I don't know if I could continue this.
You'd have to, mate.
Yeah, we're going to block it. We're going to speak so bad about it.
I've heard that Mike and Lee are talking to every chairman at every level and saying that Billy.
I've had 3 today, mate. 3 today, all in West Sussex Div 7.
Too high for me.
And I've had to turn them down.
Who you have?
I'm your new agent.
We've had to say no for you, mate. Yeah, sorry, I did yesterday.
Keep turning them down because I'm not good. I'm not ready for that level. Step 89. I'm not ready for it. All right.
Well, I've had a word. We'll have a word with Barry Anna. If Hinch don't go up, mate, I think you're the man.
I think what to clean the dressing rooms. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. But look, serious note, like it's hard down there, and I just want it over and done with, and I want Hastings as a football club to start taking football seriously again.
Yeah,
absolutely. So right, mate, because Hastings is a huge club. When I went down there, I saw the passion from the fans, and they're the sort of fans they're gonna stand in the trenches with you, mate. Through thick and thin.
How many do you reckon we had on Monday in a relegate? We're down. We're not winning many games of football. We're down in it, right in the mud. How many do you reckon we had on Monday night at the ground?
I reckon Monty knows.
Monday daytime.
Well, I do. I know.
Go
on then.
1,317.
Wow.
Really?
And by the way, that's an absolute...
the Billy Wood factor.
Well, I think the foundation is a Billy Wood factor. I think I built a foundation of fan base higher than it was. Absolutely. I'm not going to put my ego in any check there. I 100% did that. But it's a privilege. It's a privilege to manage in front of that many people. It's a privilege to play in front of that many people. And as a football club, it's a privilege to get that much income, both through the gate and secondary, for that amount of people. Yeah, it's a privilege. Those privileges cannot be underestimated in football. There are many clubs that get 50 people and hope for the best. Yeah, 50 people. Yeah. Did you count how many goals you conceded against Copthorne and have only conceded 31 in all season, Steph?
Well, you leave my mate Steph alone.
So,
My commentator partner.
so Bill, to just answer Ryan's question quick, who's the biggest person in your phone, mate?
Oh, let's have a look. Go on then.
By myself, Bill. By myself.
By yourself. Let's have a look. I'm going to just have a little scroll.
If you start pulling these wild names out, because I know
a couple of wild ones.
that 2 weeks ago.
Go on, then.
2 weeks ago.
Alex Lang.
Leave Langy out of it. I know 2 weeks ago you were partying with Pharrell Williams, and that is just ridiculous.
Yeah, Pharrell, I don't know. Pharrell's in.
I told my daughter that. I told her you're in the music industry, mate. And now every concert that comes up, she says, "Will your friend Billy be able to get me tickets? Will he be able to get me tickets?"
So I've got James Arthur. Yeah.
Oh, my wife likes James Arthur.
Monty, I've heard of him.
You'll like this one, Mike. Something for you. The wrestler Buff Bagwell.
Buff
What?
Bagwell,
Big Buff Daddy Bagwell.
Yeah, Buff Daddy Bagwell.
Calves that were added calf implants.
Yes, that's him. Yeah, I've got him in there.
No way.
Who else?
People that don't know, me and Bill do like a little bit of the wrestling.
We love it.
Same. WrestleMania soon. We can't wait.
Yeah.
We might do a WrestleMania pod just for the kids.
Oh, mate, I'll do that.
Obviously, Tiny Tempo over in there.
There you go, Ryan.
Who else?
You got your answer.
We have one more. Let me pull one. Footballing wise, is this a good one? Oh, I won't call it. Oh, can you see his number?
You will do.
Jimmy Buller.
Jimmy Buller, I fucking love JB.
On the pod.
Yeah, he'd be great on the pod. Right, Mike, the list. What are we next?
I think it's about time that we talked about the SCFL Div 1 champions.
Go on then.
Yeah, I think it's a great place to start.
Only 1 month ago, got them in town. We even put on the show, have got them in town, bottled it. And
you all said it.
Fair,
you all said
to
it.
be fair, to be
Hold
fair,
my hand up. Yep.
The leader of that team, the manager, the gaffer, one of the most respected coaches in Sussex football, a man that we never hear a bad word said about.
No.
Mo.
Never.
You know, shout out to Mo, shout out to Godalming Town that got the job done with games to spare. You know, at one stage it was looking like they were going through this rocky patch, you know. And then Mo, he was like behind the scenes, isn't he? He's rallied the troops. He's calmed everyone down and said, lads, we are in a rut that every club goes through. We will see out this rut and we will go and get automatic promotion. And guess what they did? They went and got it. Now, Mo is a guy that speaks from the heart, but is extremely honest.
Yes.
He told us morale was down in the camp. Little things weren't going right. He opened up, and he opened that up publicly on a live show that he's getting. And I want to talk a little bit about the numbers this show's getting later, but on a talk show that is currently the most listened and watched talk show on non-league football in the south of England.
Easily.
That's a fact. But we'll talk about that later. But this moment is for Mo and his Godalming team. Monty, give your part before we go around the table on Godalming team.
I mean, it's a fantastic achievement. Obviously, you work all season to get to where they've got to, and to win the league in the manner that they have is is a credit to Mo and his team. And I'm just looking at some of the key facts here, and the goals that they've conceded. They've only conceded 24 goals all season.
Unbelievable.
That's incredible.
Which when you,
That's
I
incredible.
worked it out. I compared it to Upfield. Upfield have conceded 4 times the amount of goals.
Mad.
Wow.
Copthorne, although they're a little bit further out, 6 times the amount of goals.
Copthorne don't play football. Let's be honest.
mean,
Not Lindsay.
No, Worthing United have got the second best defence, and they've still conceded 9 more.
There you go.
So
That's good. That's good for Worthing. So Monty, on
good.
that, right? On that, how many players have they used this year?
they have used
You'll be able to see that.
40. But
That's
those
not
that
actually-
includes that's people who that's got so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those have only played once.
Yeah. So step-ins. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good couple who've played fewer than 5.
Yeah.
So there's 1, 2, 3,
There he is. There's Gaffer.
4,
We'll have a
5,
show.
6, 8. 8 players have played over 30 games for them this season.
Right. And that's the point I wanted to bring up, if you don't mind, right? And you all lot said that they would bottle it. Lee, you said
I didn't.
you did.
No, I didn't.
No. But Lee said him up there. He turned round and went, "It's infinities." And I'll tell you what, to infinity and beyond, Mo went. Mo,
I hold my hand up, and I will
You
apologise.
apologise to him.
I will apologise to Mo. At one point I did think Infinity, how they were performing and their running games they had, were going to win it. You can't put that past them because they did find form, but I was wrong. I said have Godalming bottled it, and I was proved wrong. And Mo, congratulations! You know I've got utmost respect for you, and mate, well done.
you did that. And I'll tell you what, that looks like a mugshot from Mo, by the way. Has he got a criminal record? Because we need to know. Right. Look, he said on this show, I've got my men, and I am not bringing men in. I am not panicking, he said. I will not panic. I will stand firm with my soldiers, right? I created my squad. I want to go and finish the job with them, whether we win it or we don't, right?
Yep.
Guess what he done?
He went and won
He
it.
He bluffed us, didn't he?
He did.
He played us.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something with him, right?
He played the
I'm
game, mate. He played the game.
excited. I'm now excited. I'm excited to see them in the league above. I'm
Me too.
excited to see what Mo can do in the league
Yep.
above. I'm excited to see if he'll have another mugshot from a prison, from getting the nick, from doing something in the dugout next season in the league above. But I just want to just go out there and go, it's too easy to panic. It's too easy to sign. This guy stuck with his troops. He stuck
Yep.
with his troops and he got the job done. And do you know what? Gaffers, take a leaf out of Sir Mo. That's what he's going to be called from now on.
Sir Mo, get
Sir Mo.
Sir Mo of the
Sir Mo's
SCFL.
book. Yeah, Sir Mo. And do you know what I bet he done today? He celebrated last night, and I bet he refereed.
No, he didn't.
What?
I think what my friends down at Infinity said, he may have signed 1 or 2.
1 or 2's fine, right? He's stuck
Shout
with
out
his men.
Jody. Shout out the boys there.
And well, yesterday, based on their social media, you'd have thought they took a whooping from Upfield, the way they're behaving. All right, 3-3.
So,
But look, I think we have to say this. Okay, I have to say this. Mo's
Go on.
been consistent for 2 years now. If you look at their defensive record, you look how many goals they've scored, you look how many losses they've had over the last 2 seasons, right? Tell me that they haven't been the most consistent team at that level.
yeah,
What do you reckon?
100%. 100%.
can't disagree with that.
Wasn't it something stupid? They've lost like 5, 6 games in 2 years or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Something. Can you get that up, Mon? and see what
They've lost 7 games in the last 2 seasons.
Wow.
7 games.
7.
He's back.
That's-
He's back. Look, he's back.
Three walked out the door. They walked out. They didn't trust
They
him.
left.
They didn't trust him.
Now.
They walked out the door. They said, no, Mo. We're not doing this anymore.
But let's obviously again, Mo, well done, mate. Can't wait to see you next season. Have a catch up and chat before a game.
Can I start saying a bit off record?
Yeah.
Though?
Go on.
I'll be honest. Godham in town would have its limitations. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. About where you could go.
Yeah.
How far could Mo go?
Good question.
Go as far as he wants.
As
to
Mo
go.
wants to. Yeah.
Mm.
It all depends, though. It depends what his ambition is. There's some managers out there whose ambition is to coach at the highest level, right? And there's some people that love a club. You know, love a club. No beer for Mike, mate. He's on fat jumps. He can't have one.
Red wine's fine.
Right. But look, I think for me, someone to go as far as they can with their club. Some have aspirations, right? And there's no issue either way. But I think what Godwin will find, I think might find a bit tough next year. Might play into their favour because I hear, you know, that the place ain't. I'm going to throw Steph under the bus here. He says it's the worst ground he's ever been to. All right, that's what Steph said. And look, Monty's not in.
Monty's not in.
I'd agree.
I haven't been there yet.
So
For a game.
And it's I tell you what, it's a tough old pitch. Yeah. Okay. It is what it is. But once you get in that bar, one thing I did notice, and I will always be fond of this, is the community love. It don't matter whether you're the home team, you're the away team, whatever. Everyone is treated equally there. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone. Oh, this is interesting.
Okay.
I'll make
Aiming
a call.
high, it's what we love.
I'll make a
Right,
call.
let's get a campaign together going.
Yeah.
Mo, the next manager of the Pakistan national team one day.
So
Come
so
on. We'll shout the thing for you, Mo.
So we've spoken about winning side. We've spoken about the top half, and as you said, Bill, Infinity played Upfield yesterday. So let's talk about the bottom end.
Social media.
Right, first and foremost, if you're going to talk about that penalty,
social media.
That weren't a pen, mate.
Social media. It just feels like it was a social media barrage yesterday. Good luck in Div 2. Good luck in Div 2. They didn't like that, did they, Upfield?
No.
Like that.
Bill, let me put something straight there about that. About what Charlie, his comment, that is little Charlie Bone, yeah?
Yeah.
He's a youngster.
Good luck.
Right, please, let me say. He's a youngster. He's also part of the inclusive squad. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, now you're trying to make me look bad.
No, I'm saying, right. I met him, his mother, his father, and everything last thing. He's a youngster that wants to go out and do media. In there, he's been given a chance by the good people down at Infinity. He's a great young lad. In that tweet that he put out, there was not one bit of malice there. He didn't mean to say like it was like good luck, like you and me would put. Yeah, mate. Good luck in Div 2. You know, a bit of a dig. There was nothing in that from him. He didn't mean that, and he actually put afterwards that he felt that he said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that in a way." So I just want to clear that up about little Charlie because he's a lad. He's a lad with good ambition. He's got a great support network around him from this Infinity side down there. They want to give him a chance, where a lot of clubs won't give youngsters like that a chance. Okay, so. That I just wanted before you said it, but before it was the banter thing in there, he definitely didn't.
I'm being a little tongue in cheek. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being a little.
I know you are.
I think, but look, I'm gonna put it this way: an Upfield because
let's talk Upfield.
Yeah, let's talk Upfield, right?
You were there, Bill. You were there when they were challenging for the playoffs and the league.
Yeah,
Right.
Third. When I left, we were points per game.
Until you come across me when you lost, and then that ended all your dreams.
You gave
Was
me
that the
a
downward spiral?
No,
And
actually,
it never happened again, Bill. It never happened again.
No, that game taught me. To shore it up at Upfield, and we did. We shored it up. Right?
Did I get into their mind, Bill? Did I?
Yeah, you got into
So,
right. So look, I want to talk about Upfield quickly. Give it a bit more context, wider context. So they got relegated from, and look, I think this is a big. This is going to be a wake up call to any club getting relegated out of the Prem. Okay. And there's a wider context to this. Upfield got relegated. Yeah. Very similar situation with Shoreham, change of managers, blah, 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 blah. Didn't work out, got relegated. Yeah. Because with all due respect, it hasn't worked out at Shoreham this year. When they obviously made a change when Lowell walked out and went to Salt. Well, I'm say walked out and went to Saltine, but walked out and then ended up at Saltine. It's not worked out for sure.
No.
You can't
sugarcoat. Let's keep it.
No, but I want to talk about all changes, right?
Yeah.
So they had the same situation at Upfield. Start the season with Steve Ives. He went off to Tunbridge Wells. Went to John Kirby. Kirby had a social media storm about referee. He went, change manager again. They get relegated. Yeah. Very similar in context. They go down. I go get the gig there and I refresh the club. Right. People can batter me all they want. Yeah. Everyone knows the budget is here. I'll say it every week. I don't need to keep saying it. And it's all in writing. I went through the paper. Who was what without saying names. When I left, points per game average, we were the third in the league. And if we finished the season based on that league, we would have finished just under, I think it was Seaford, Forest Row, Godalming, Upfield. That's how we would have finished based on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the summer, obviously changed, no money. They decided to give any budget, whatever. That's up to them. It goes horrifically wrong for my ex-assistant manager. Horrifically wrong. I can imagine that was horrible for him because he built a real affinity with Upfield like we all did when we were there. He played for Upfield previously and he's still involved now. Didn't work. Huckle comes in, Huckle leaves for another opportunity. This new manager comes in, who was the assistant, I believe, and they're picking up good results. Yeah, good results. Big name players from Kent football coming in, and they're doing all right. Yeah, still a bit weird that all these lads want to travel to like Chelsea and places like that. Like,
there's a few quid on the table for that, Bill. Do you reckon?
Look, they're completely denying it, so it is what it is. So
it'd be tough to argue against that, though, for all that travel.
Edmund Bango getting nothing. I'm not having it. But let's just say he is. Let's say they're not paying anyone, right? They're not paying anyone. Fine. They're not paying no one. And they pick up results, but it was just a little too late.
Yeah.
They have finished second from bottom. They have been relegated. Now, what they're pleading on social media is anything can happen. So what they're hoping is a couple of clubs, they get a reprieve because a couple of clubs haven't sorted their ground out. Yeah. And that's fine, right? That's absolutely fine. But we've got to start respecting league tables.
Yeah.
They have finished second from bottom. And I don't want them to go down. I wanted them to stay up. I said on a pod about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I thought they might end up nicking it. And a couple of wins, they might have done it. Right? They might have done it. Well, there you go. Right? Says it all, and we know he spends a lot of money on Jarzy. And I'm joking. Right. Going into it. Right. So I wanted them to stay up. I did. Of course I did. I don't want Upfield to go down, not in a million years. But when you finish second, you got to take the pill. You got to take the pill.
Mike, what's the look for, mate?
Someone's just commented and said, "Who's Ed that was there? That's Jules Simon Crober."
I don't know. Why? Ed Mabango, no?
Oh, quite possible. Apparently, he's on a ton there.
There you go.
They
then.
refused to go back when asked.
Yeah, and it's what I mean. Like, if he is, who gives a shit? Good. They had to get out of relegation. Spend money. Do it. Who cares? Right? Don't bullshit. Do it. It's fine. Right. So, going back to the point, they get relegated from second from bottom. Now, last year, 3 teams.
It wasn't
did go
Bango.
down. Yeah, Edmund Mango. Right. 3 teams did go down, didn't they, last year? Right. Montpellier, Villa.
Yep.
Upfield.
Yep.
And Storrington went down because of their ground. Yeah.
Yes.
So 3 teams went down. 3 teams are set to go down again this year. Correct? The bottom 2 are confirmed. Copthorne, please go down. Please.
Cotthorne, I'm sorry, but Cotthorne are not a footballing side. I mean, they're terrible.
Go down, right? No encouraging signs. Right. And then I don't think they are going to, though, because there's been a problem of getting games finished and done in this league because the pitch is quality. If they go up to 20, it's an extra 2 games. It's an extra, 2. No, is it an extra 2?
Oh.
Extra 4 games, right?
Yeah, 38 games, wasn't it?
Bill, someone's just messaged in.
What's that?
Someone's just messaged in and said Upfield did not repair their floodlights to play night games in Div 1 because they wanted to go down due to finance.
No, that's a lie. They didn't want to go down. Mate, if they wanted to go down, why would they be spending money on players now? That's rubbish. Because I know that club would not. None of those players, they wouldn't even have that manager. They would have just kind of plotted along. Nick Bignell would have taken out the love of loving the club because he does love the club.
I love Nick Bignell.
Yeah, so do I.
What a guy. What a guy.
Yeah, proper man.
I feel for him. I feel for him.
Yeah. They've gone down, right? Here's what it is. If they go down, if they get a reprieve, then they're going to need 2 clubs to foul ground grading, which might happen. It might happen. You never know. If they end up making it a 20 league, whatever, okay, fine. But it would. I don't think it's in anyone's interest for Division 1 with the amount of games called off to make the league bigger. I think they made a wise decision making it 18 this year. Really wise.
You never get the league finished.
Well, it just becomes Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And that's no good for players, no good for injuries. But look, I don't know, just sometimes go, we're relegated. And then if you get a reprieve, great. But the way they've gone about the way it's like, we're not relegated yet. Well, you are. On paper, you're relegated.
What happens now?
Well, they'll play mid Sussex football, won't they? Where the reserves were playing when I got rid of the reserves. That's what happened, and they'll have to win it and get back up, or they go into
that is a tough league to get out of. You can see,
or they go into the one that Howsham are about to win, right? And by the way, Howsham being stuck at that level for as long as they have is crazy too, right?
We saw them the other night, didn't we, in the cup final against
Westfield? Yeah, against Westfield, yeah.
So I don't know. I, for one, hope the club bounce back up. If they keep those players, they'll win 10-0 every week. Let's be honest. Yeah. Because they're a good side at the moment. They're probably a good 8th, 9th, 10th in that league side, I would say. Kind of probably like an Arundel a little bit. Do you know what I mean? In that sense.
Yeah.
We'll pick up results. But they've gone down. And it'd be hard to. Ed Mabango ain't playing. We talked about him earlier. Sorry, mate.
Just getting his comment on there. Sorry, I just missed it.
It's got to be a rebuild. But look, a couple of years ago, the place was refurbished. It's a lovely place to go. It's a great place for a manager to manage. And do you know what? I wish them all the best in their bounce back. But my point was going into this. When I went to Upfield, they needed a refresh. They needed a bit of forward thinking. They needed someone who's going to take them. They'd be the 3rd lowest. They wouldn't be the highest. The highest would be whoever they're going to finish 2nd from bottom. The one above them is going to have more points per game because they've got 10 points already more on them. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. But look, my thing is this, and the point I was making. Upfield dropped down. They could have dropped straight down that year. Could have, yeah? Could have. They didn't. We were up there. We were challenging to go and get promoted because of the bold change that was made at the football club. Saltdean come down. Lockswood come down. Yeah. Yeah. It is. Yeah, exactly. There you go. There you go.
Oh,
And
they're flying. Shout out to
Yeah.
all the teams that are on here. You need to
And
put
on
every
that-
other teams on it.
we'll fight. We'll have to have a look through all the
That'd be
5 leagues. Good. I'm glad you're all on here. But look, and we'll talk about. Look, I just saw that Lockswood pops up. We're going to talk about them as well because they're down there. Saltdean went down. Lockswood went down. Yeah. Saltdean and Lockswood plummeted into a relegation dogfight from the off. Yeah, they were. Lowell's kind of steadied the ship. Saltdean got away from it, but Lockswood haven't. It's a warning for both Lancing and Shoreham. Don't think you can just come down and it's easy. Don't think you can just come down and do what you're doing and it will be all right a league below, because it won't. Step 6 is tough. Step 6 is a real tough league to get out of, and it's got good budget,
Good teams. Yeah.
good teams, and there'll be teams that won't go up this year that will want to go up next year, right? Don't take it for granted, especially Lancing. Do not take it for granted that it could be a enrichment for under 18s football, because it can't. Okay, as Dorking are proving this year, yeah. Dorking wants to be down there as well, yeah, proving that this year. And same for Shoreham. With all due respect, losing is a habit. It's a habit that is hard to shake, and you only shake it by shaking things up. And I hope both those clubs, look, Lancing, they're still mathematically can do it, but we probably know they won't, if we're honest, unless they get a reprieve. We have to be honest and say, look, lads, look, teams, Chairman, Martin Gander, Stu, and his partner in crime, make sure you're ready to have a go next year, because it's going to be tough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly that.
What does that mean?
I think it might be a link or something. I don't know.
Right. Well,
Don't know.
Archie Mack, you're my mate. Message me. I want to know what that means. All right.
Yeah.
So, and he scored 4 and 5 as a 9, and I played him as a 4. So, what do I know about football? Good old Archie Mack. But look, it's tough down there, and Lockswood, and I want to talk about Lockswood. Exactly, Stu. So you got to make sure, my man. But look, let's move on to Lockswood. Big news this week, Mike, wasn't there?
What's the news?
Well,
That
management team kept on for next
Yeah,
season.
right.
yeah,
First,
managers are staying.
let me say my part, because I've been down there. Yeah.
Go on.
I'd never been, only as a player, I'd never been down to Lockswood. I was invited down. I went down there with In Bed by 10 Pen, and had a great time down there when I saw Mark Lacey, the chairman,
Yeah.
Ian Matthews, the gaffer there, Graham, assistant, the lads down there. First and foremost, the thing that struck me was this. The club heavily favours the cricket team over the football team. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's they're always fighting with their hands behind their back, really. Okay. Do you know what? I love the fact that the chairman went out there and put faith in the team. They've had a tough season, right? For whatever reason. But he said, look, we go there, we've done it, we're hoping to stay up. I think they will, I think they'll be safe. But now we want to kick on for next season. But what did surprise me was, you know, they don't get money from the bar, things like that, and it's a bit like split down the way. It's not like your average club where we go in there and we would get, you know, you get a bit of the bar take-ins, you get the food, you get a bit of money in the kitty, maybe get some players in there. It's tough. I spoke to Ian as well, a guy I've got to know, a guy I respect, the manager, and he was struggling to get in a couple of players. He was looking for a striker, you know, and it's tough to get in a striker the last third of the season unless you want to pay stupid money. And he had a few quid in the kitty, and he still couldn't get it, you know. Problem you got with Lockswood as well is, and the chairman knows this, the public transport to get to Lockswood is poor. There is no, you know this, Monty, because, you know, not too far. Lockwood is an affluent area, and I know that because my father-in-law, he lives up that way. You know, so they've all got a few quid up there, but there's no train station, there's no bus station. You have to get there. To get there, you have to drive, and it is out in the sticks. Beautiful, the Ness. It is really beautiful, you know. But so they are limited. Now I know.
Okay, hold on.
Hang on, no, but let me finish. So I know what I'm going to say.
Go on.
And there's the gaffer there. 1 bus a week.
Yeah, but hold on. We're going to rewind, but go on.
Okay, so I personally know the limitations they've been put up against. I think it's a bold move by the chairman by saying, yep, Ian, Graham, there are guys for next season. He's shown faith there. He's put his money on the table. He's put his cards on the table and said, bang, let's go. You know, is it going to be tough to attract players to Lockwood with some of those problems? Possibly. Will they try and work around it? Hopefully, you know, got some good relations down there. So look, I hope they do well. But Bill,
What do you want to rewind to?
Firstly, let's rewind to the start of last season in the Prem. Monty, like, where were they roughly? Probably in September last year. Not this year gone, not 2025, but 2024, the 24-25 season.
Guys down back.
How were they doing when there was a joint management duo in there? And
yeah, they were quite high up the league, weren't they?
don't forget that's where Liam Giles come from, didn't it?
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Look, you talk about ambition, Mike. Okay. And by the way, I know Lockwood probably thinking, oh no, we're on the list. But he's gonna have a go. He called us poor, I'm not gonna go, right? And I'm not gonna have a go. But what I won't do, I won't. There he is, right? I won't just sugarcoat shit.
No. That's not what this show's about.
No, it's not. But I feel like there's a little bit of glazing here, right? And not the cool glazing we like to see. All right.
Have you been down there?
I don't need to go down there. I don't
Have
need
you
to go
been
down there. I ain't been there, but I'll tell you something, Mike, right? I ain't been down there. But it is a massively bold move and fair play to the chairman, right? Because obviously he has decided that this is his team. Yeah. This is his management team. Whatever happens.
It's getting low, this one.
Get relegated. There could be a double.
They're not going to get relegated, mate.
Well, where are they sitting in the league right now?
Monty?
The relegation zone.
They're sitting in the relegation zone, right? And it might not happen. And look, I don't like to see clubs that we talk. Like, if we talk about a club a bit often, I actually start getting a little bit liking to them, and I don't really want to see them teams go because, with all due respect, we don't talk about Step 7 because it's intermediate football. It's not senior football, and we won't be talking about Upfield next year if they go down, which is a shame. And we wouldn't talk about Lockwood if they go down. Here's what it is.
Next 3 games? You want to hear the next 3 games?
Go on.
Right. Next 3 games. Away to Arundel. Going to be tough.
Yep.
Okay. Home to Reigate.
Loss.
Oh,
Next.
Reigate, it's tough.
Away to Upfield.
Loss, because Upfield are very good.
That's
Okay.
2 teams that are going for playoffs. 1 team that's down.
Yeah, but 1 team that's down with a point to prove, who believe that they can get out of this by points per game from the sound of things, right? So, and also, if you look at Upfield's results, let's look at Upfield's results. Last fucking 3 results. Come on, let's pull it up. Let's be real about it. Draw with Infinity. Yeah.
Drew with Infinity. Lost
draw
to
with
Jarvis Brook 2-0. Drew
Yeah.
with Worthing United. Lost 3-0 to Godalming.
Yeah.
Lost 2-1 to Wolcountians. And drew
Drew
1-1 with Jarvis Brook.
Yeah. Like, but they're competing against good sides.
Yeah.
Like, good sides. Do you know what I mean? It's not like they're not competing. They're in game with good sides.
Bill,
It's going to be
Bill.
tough for Lockwood. So
Bill.
my thing is this. What?
I smell a bet. I smell another.
Oh,
Oh, okay. We're not having it on reprieves though. If they finish bottom three,
No. Let's not have it on replace.
right? Okay.
I'm already definitely
£200
£200 down.
Nearly, not there.
Yeah. It's close.
Yeah.
I think we have another oneer.
I'll have a one of them.
Right. So I'm gonna have a oneer that Locks would stay up without reprieves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a oneer that Locks would finish in the bottom three. Not because I want them to, but it's what I see. Yeah. Yeah. Who announced what? Who's announced what?
don't know.
As in keeping the managers.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. It is rewarding failure. That was my point. Who's that?
I don't know.
It is like sadly between us and the rest of the thousands of people watching.
I want to talk about that in a minute because it's ridiculous, the numbers.
I think, and this is no disrespect to Ian Matthews, right? He might be doing it with one hand tied behind his back. I don't know, right? I don't know. And if he is, then it ain't a job you stay in anyway. So, like, I look at it like this: if they go down, they have failed this year. They've taken a club that was safe in the Prem, doing all right. It went down, whatever is what it is, and they failed to build. They failed to get the bounce. They failed to bounce the club in where they need to. And I'm not having you can't recruit players because there was play. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to do it now. I'll do it live because I just get bored of when people say you can't recruit. If you can't recruit, tell me you can't recruit because you've got no money. Then we'll talk. Yeah, but have they got no money? Tell me. Someone tell me. What are they spending money? Ian, have you got a budget? And if you say you've got like what, you don't have to tell us what it is, but have you got a budget? Because you probably have. So look, let's go. End of August. Lots would be Lingfield 3-2, right? They got Dan Webster playing for him. Where's Dan Webster now?
Per point.
Point, which was happening when these guys had the job before. From what I hear,
fair play, Ian. Come in, fair play, pal.
Yeah.
From speaking to Harrison and Liam Giles, it was paper point there. Yeah, and supposedly they were winning too much. That's why it went tits up. That's what I hear. Right, we were winning too much. Weren't going to happen anymore. You had Aaron Bogle playing, Adam Jones, Alfie Jones, Charlie Martin, Tristan Pereira, Raul Paldowney, Ollie Thompson, Johnny Akoto. You had the likes of Ryan Hall, Rodney DeSantos. You had some good players there. Yeah. There you go. Right. So there you go. They clarified it. Yeah, they had a win bonus. Yeah, and they were winning all the time. And that win bonus became a problem. Do you know what I mean? So we talk about ambition. Sometimes you can't finance ambition. Sometimes you can't. Like with a club like Lockwood, they probably don't get enough people or enough sponsors to probably finance it. Yeah, that's the truth. So, does this suit them? Has it got to the point they're going, do you know what? We go down, it is what it is. We'll take it on the chin, we'll move on. We'll rebuild step 7. Or are they desperate to stay in step 6? What do we think?
I think they want to stay in step 6. I don't think they want to go down to step 7.
They want to stay in the league.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they want to kick on with a recruitment.
But what if they can't, Mike?
Then they figure that out next season, don't they?
If they can't recruit, or they don't have an ambition, and after look, I can only go on what I've personally spoke with the chairman, and he has it. He told me he has the ambition there to do that. For whatever reason, it hasn't quite come to fruition this year. Okay,
Yeah.
I'd certainly be giving them the benefit of the doubt to give them a go next season. Give those lads a go next season and see where they are. I'm happy to put more money down the table and say they'll stay up without reprieve. We're not talking reprieves, yeah.
No, they have to finish outside the bottom three.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I'm happy to put a ton of more money on the line for charity. So I've already got to put 200 to a charity, near enough, for Billy's special charity or whatever that is going to be, because that's going to happen, and I'm happy to pay that. But being a proper hustler,
All right, well, I'll do it like this.
growing up on the council estate that I did, give me a chance to earn at least half of that.
All right, okay, well, we'll do this. We'll do this. Not always, there's not, trust me. Right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Coming in tonight. Right. Listen to
Harrison
this.
never holds back.
No, he doesn't.
He's a real one. He's a real one.
Right, go on then, Bill.
Right. On this bet. Even better. Even better, right?
Who's Mr. C?
Who's the one dodging up?
Get the
Well,
comment
Mr.
off.
C, let Mr. C lend me some money.
Give us a shout. We might do something else next year.
So I can pay off some of my gambling debts to Bill.
Right. Listen to this.
Mr. C, give me a call.
Listen to this. If Lockwood stay up, yeah, I want to be my name, and I'll pay for it. It's part of the bet. I want to be the match sponsor for the first game. Only if they finish out the bottom three for the first game at home next year in the league in Division 1. I want to be.
Is that the House 23 agency?
Billy Wood?
Just Billy Wood.
Yeah,
Just Billy Wood.
Ian,
and I'll
Ian,
pay.
book that bet in.
And I will pay. Ignore the bet. Like, so if you lose, Mike, it's another £100 of charity. Okay.
Yep.
If I lose, it's
I will pay
£150.
for you to be the match day sponsor.
No. If you lose, yeah. If I lose, I'll give the club the money for the match day sponsor.
Right. So, just before Mike goes on to, he wants to talk about numbers for the show. My sponsorship just went up.
Yeah, Ian Matthews. I love the fact that he's still there taking it. Shout out.
Yeah, and by the way,
Exactly.
none of what we say is in malice. It's
No,
just holding
not at all.
things to account, right? Because we have to. It's too easy, and I blow my mind a little bit because look, number one, if they get relegated, like what Ian might not want to manage at 7. I'll be too busy, mate, on a Saturday to be doing that. Don't you worry. My phone will not stop ringing. Right, but look, listen. I wanna talk a little.
Right, that's it. Bet set. Another bet set.
Hold
Right.
on. Before we go on, because I've got to say this, right? I'm not really buying into bullshit, and what I mean by that is there's too much of this kind of fluffiness around teams doing shit. There's so much fluffiness around it, and it's rubbish. Like, it is rubbish, and I don't think the answer is always changing managers. Don't think that.
No.
And
I think you need consistency.
you do, but you can't be consistently shit as well.
True.
Right?
True.
And I look at it like this: when clubs are on a downward slide, you've got to stop the rot first and foremost, and that sometimes takes a sort of either a change of mentality, double downing on your mentality, or changing the purpose. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. Right. My thing with the thing about announcing the manager now, it could be done 2 reasons. One, to give them the boost to say, boys, you're still in a job, get the job finished, keep us up.
Yeah.
Right. Could be done like that. 2, it could be the management team are getting a little bit shaky about things, and I've asked for this situation to be clarified. Yeah. Or 3, it could just be really naively early, and I asked the question, like, what if they do get relegated? The management team might not want to manage at that level, and then the chairman's got to ask himself a question and go, like, I'm not seeing enough encouraging signs this year. are they going to be the guys that get us up through step 7? So
Yes.
there's so many variables to it. I just think you make a rod for your own back. Because what if they get relegated and Ian Matthews quits? Or if they get relegated and the chairman has a change of heart, he's like,
there's always that possibility of something like that happen, because we know it does happen. Yeah.
Any second.
Yeah. But I just want to say, just before I get cut off, I know it's only 1:45, but I've got a few things I just want to say quickly.
go for it, mate.
Go
for it. Go on.
So, just want to say, went to Burgess Hill yesterday, and some of the stuff I heard about the pod, nothing but positive. And it's I just want to say,
I heard they spoke wisely about you, Billy.
I did, and I'm going to get onto that. Yeah. So I just want to say, whenever I hear positive thoughts about this pod, it's more than welcome, and it's such a pleasure to hear. Billy, everyone that I have spoke to recently, and I did say it in our group, but they've had such a change of mind on you since watching the pod, and from even a couple of Lancing fans I spoke to have been like, do you know what? Our perspective of Billy has changed a hell of a lot from when he was there in the job to now. Burgess Hill chairman, he doesn't always watch live. He normally watches on a Monday, but he said it was great to speak to you when he was at the Sussex game. And he said it's such a joy to watch this pod and stuff like that. And Gary Mansell as well said
Gary.
loves
Gary.
loves watching it, that sort of thing. So it's always nice to hear that. So that was one. Second was, I finally fucking hit YouTube full time after 3 long years of all weather, all games. Finally got there.
Who told you not to give up a year
You
ago?
did tell me not to give up a year ago, yeah, 'cause it was very close.
I gave him a Mac talk.
Yeah. And also, the coat is being retired at the end of the season. The coat will be no more.
Going into the National Football Museum.
It's being retired, and a new one is taking its place. Now, I've already had offers to have it burnt live on stream.
Let's do that.
I'm not saying names, but the offers have been out there. So I'm thinking.
Is this because
that's another thing?
Come in now. You're like, I'm gonna go and buy myself something new.
I'll get a full John Motson coat, mate, for the next season. And I just want to say, at the weekend, I will be making my way to Roffey for their last game at home for the season, as they will be playing away at Horsham next season.
Yeah, it's the final ever game of senior football being played at the Theatre of Trees on Saturday. So
I will make my way down there for that final game.
Yeah, because we're moving to ground share at Horsham next year, and then we'll be going. And then we'll be not senior football in terms of step 6 or above.
Right. Okay. Oh, okay. I managed one women's game there once, and it got abandoned at half time. For what?
Did I? But
I think that's the East Preston job.
Yeah, but I just want to say, everyone that I speak to, they have nothing but good stuff to say about us and about the pod and everything like that. So to everyone, thank you very much. And we are not stopping through the summer. Okay. We are going. So Mike, over to you.
Okay. First and foremost, I've told the boys I don't really want to talk about numbers. All right. Because first and foremost, we are 21 weeks in on this pod. Okay. In 21 weeks, we have turned this talk show on a Sunday night into the most listened to, live streamed pod talk show, whatever you want to call it, in the South. Fact. We had last week alone 2,359 people watching live at the same time. Now, what does that do for numbers for people that don't understand the metrics and the analytics behind it? That works out around 3,000 to 4,000 different people watching, jumping in, out on the various platforms. We're now streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on X. We're streaming on Kick now. Okay. It's quite incredible what we have done there. Now, we know you don't tune in to see us. You tune in to see news. You want to hear gossip. You want to hear what's going on behind the scenes. You know that between us all, you've got the #1 followed YouTuber in Sussex for non-league, Fat in Lee, in bed by 10 Football Adventures. You've got Monty Watson-Price, who plays in the leagues that we talk about. He's also a ref. He's a coach. You've got Billy Wood. Some would say the most controversial but most respected view on football in the South. Fact, because he comes from receipts. And you've got me that shines it all together and puts the stuff together because I did it with the other one. Now we're not here for the plaudits at all. We're here for you guys, okay? And we will not be having the pre-season break where people die off, because I tell you what, pre-season is where the rumours start, the chatter starts,
Get juicy.
Rounds, yeah, everything like that. We do a lot of this stuff in tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
We're not here to piss people off. We're not here to make enemies. I had someone comment today, right, about the app. Okay? Got a little bee in my bonnet. I'm not a fucker. I'm petty as fuck, right? I answer to no one.
We know.
Because, as you know, what I do with the SNLF, I put my money on the table. Fuck it. I don't answer no one. I don't answer anyone, yeah? Got me a little bit in the book. Did a little bit of looking into the team that he actually is involved with. And something landed on my desk today. Something very interesting regarding financial accounts. Okay? So lads, if you want to play like that, we can go. It's all good. Because something came out of there that I'll get verified. And then maybe we'll look at, and maybe I'll speak to the team and maybe say, if you want to go down that route, it's all good, lads. We don't charge anyone for nothing. All of us put our money on the table, our time on the table. Yeah? Right? We do it to give clubs, players, supporters a platform to come in and speak about the game that we love, that we're involved in. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love the banter. I love the hate. I love the good stuff. Yeah? And to be fair, I don't get nowhere near as much hate as probably Billy does.
Mm-hmm.
No one gives the only people who give Monty hates are the ones that he played against, that maybe had the ump with him, or maybe where he broke the odd jaw or something like that. You know, to be fair. Yeah. No one gives in bed by 10 Lee any shit because he's that guy. He just turns up with he turns up with a women's jacket and everyone says, "Oh, that's Lee Penn.
It's retired. End of season.
They're doing the thing."
The cross dress.
On a serious note, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone, because in 21 weeks, you've made us the most listened to, watched live show in it. And at the moment, across all the platforms, we've got over 2,000 people in here, right? And we're not even streaming to Facebook or Instagram, yeah? Not in that. Or TikTok. We're doing this organically, yeah? Some would say controversial. Some would turn on this talk show and go, let's listen to these arseholes. Let's listen to this shit they come out. What a bunch of helmets. But guess what? You tune in. And we love that. We want the comments. We want everything like that. So, what I'm saying, shout out to Mr. X for the fact, And if you haven't downloaded the app, go on.
Download it. It's great. It's great.
Go and download it. It's got loads of features. Shout out to Dugout AI on the App Store. You'll get it. Live notifications. I was getting them all weekend from the games going on. But now, lads, it is your chance. Ladies and gentlemen, out in the background, we are going bigger and better. We got one of the biggest music producers that has been in the game down there, backing us there, right? Yeah. Next year, this was a pilot year. This was a trial. This was supposed to be one talk show where we all got together and just chat shit about football, and it blew up, right?
And I just want to say quickly before I go, when we spoke about doing this, I was never going to do a podcast because I was like, I don't know what I'd talk about. But then that one time, Billy Wood went, "I'll come on," and then from episode 1 to him joining episode 2, and we've just gone from that to now.
Yeah, mate.
So if you're out there, if you're any businesses out there that want to get looked at over 2,000 people live or 4,000 people consecutively across the platforms, yeah, get in touch. We want to work with you, whether it's on the show as sponsors or on the app there together. Because I'll tell you what, lads, we're not going nowhere.
Nope.
We're gonna be
I might think I might try and be the Robbie Williams of the group and fuck off. Do you know what I mean? But
You ain't good looking enough, mate.
Well, you know what Lee's got to be? He's got to be Jason Orange.
Fucker. Yeah, you're Gary Barlow when he retired and went fat.
Listen, we're not going anywhere. We're going to be disruptors of this, yeah? We don't answer to no one. I have received this week an olive branch from the Sussex FA via the other thing I work with, yeah, the SNF. So thank you, Sussex FA. I believe we may fall in love again. Okay. Obviously, Billy Wood is still there and probably on one of your your investigations or something like that. But we're looking for sponsors. If you want to go big time next year, do it. And for any up and coming podcasters and podcast shows that want to go live, want to go against it, let's go, lads. Let's bring it on, because this is going to be the Sunday night wars. Yeah.
Do you know what? And I'm going to put it out there straight up. When we started it, and look, non-league football is niche. It's incredibly niche, right? Especially Sussex non-league football. But we have a real contained audience across the teams, the players, the coaches, the managers, the volunteers. There's loads, right? Everywhere we go. And Lee, thank you for saying what you said earlier. It's nice. Look, I always do think about how horrid it was in that Lancing situation. And it wasn't Lancing's fault I got that hate, but it was horrible, right?
No, but you were in a bad place then, mate.
Yeah.
To be able to show a wider audience that I'm not a dummy. I know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I'm a little bit controversial. Yeah, I speak a little bit out of turn at times. And I'm always one that will have a debate with anyone. Or even if I'm wrong, be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. But the fact that this podcast and these people and these on, the fact that we get to the commentator, the fact that we get to go into the granular and have these conversations and be raw, because it ain't this, bro. By the way, to rip the script back, there is no script. Like, no. And I'm going to say something controversial now, Mike. Yeah. I did not like the first half hour of this podcast tonight. I'm saying it live to everyone. And do you know why I didn't like it? Not because the guests, because Craig's top, and we know he is, yeah. And Jamie Crellin just won the league. But do you know what? I feel it ain't us. And I'm going to say it's live to people. People can jump in with questions, jump in with chats, whatever. That's fine, right? But I know, and I feel I know what the audience wants. We don't script nothing. I've put a stupid list out on Twitter. Sometimes
tell them what we do. We stick 4 or 5 things in a WhatsApp group, right? Yeah. We chat shit all week, not about the fucking thing.
No.
We stick there, and on Saturday evening we go, right, lads, we got a show tomorrow. What are we going to do? And then we go, right, Bill, you got till the morning. What's your list? I'll put the shit together as the producer. Lee as the host. Monty as the guy that knows the stats is playing in the game at the moment. And we do it off ad-lib, don't we? We do it off the cuff.
Ad-libbed. It's ad-libbed. And do you know what? I sometimes cringe at some of the stuff I say on here because it is so like open.
Do you ever watch it back? I never watch any of them back.
I watched one back. One.
Nah, mate.
The first episode I watched back because it was about me. But everything else I haven't watched back. And I just want people to understand this ain't just our platform. It's your platform as a 100%. Club. You coming up like in the comments, you coming onto the show, you doing great, you doing shit. It's still a look. There's clubs out there that have got so much tension from us this year. The fact that if sponsors come on board, hopefully we're pushing sponsors your way. Hopefully we're pushing intention your way, right?
Yeah.
And it's never meant in a bad way. Let's talk about Lockwood now. We just had a bet. I think they're going to finish in the bottom three. You don't. Does that mean I don't like Lockwood? Absolutely not, right? No. It doesn't mean that. But what it means is I have an opinion. It means you have an opinion. It means normally we're backed up by the stats from Monty, right? We all have opinions, rightly or wrongly. I said Stenning, you said Hayward Seath. I said Eastbourne United would make the playoffs. They didn't. You lot said they were too far out, and you were right. I said Shoreham and Lancing will get relegated, and I think I'm going to be proven right. I think you said the same, and I think we had the Vardinians debate as well, right? But we
shout out the Vardinians
massively, by the way.
Shout out to all those boys. Shout out to my boy Haig as well over there.
Haig, it's Bradley Bant, isn't it?
And Brad's, yeah.
Which I got in hot water last week for what I said on the pod, but I'm sorry.
We never seem we go to games every week though.
Yeah.
Right? The one thing I'm disappointed with.
Go on.
And my missus is probably watching this right upstairs, going, "Oh fucking hell, he ain't going to say this surely." Why don't I get more abuse?
Because do you know why? Whilst we are controversial and outspoken, I think people genuinely respect our opinions. I do. And like cheers, Stu, appreciate it. Like
who else is doing it, Bill?
What's that?
Who else is doing it?
Well, look, I know I go to games now, and look, and it's not arrogant. I've always been places and people know who I am, and probably not for the right reasons, probably because they don't like me, right? And that's happened at a few places. But lately, I'm finding, and just like Lee said, like go into the Burgess Hill Chairman Cup and saying thank you, like we're learning a lot from the pod. I don't want this podcast.
Crellin didn't have to jump on at 2 minutes notice.
No, he watches the show, watches it. Yeah. And I think I want people to realise that I hope this is educational as well. Like we're not trying to be like TalkSport, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Bundy. Like we're not. Look, that show is getting to the point where it's becoming a bit of a parody. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, we should.
I like that, Jimmy. Yeah, shout out, Jimmy. I like that, mate.
Yeah, we'll do that, Jim. We'll do that. But I want people to understand, if I can, in my position at a football club, I should, and I've always said it, maybe I shouldn't speak as much as I do, right? Even when I was CEO Hastings, I would speak quite openly about stuff. I'm here.
Do you get any shit for that? Do you get any shit for that, for speaking open? Because when I went there, there's people that watch this show, and they know that you're a huge part of this show, but they also know that you're Mr. Hastings. They also know that you are very, very in with the owners. They're your mates, they're your friends outside, and that. Do you not? I didn't hear anything about that.
No, look, I think with me, I built a reputation for being a big speaker. And that's probably why when I got the Lancing job, people wanted to hammer me because it was like, oh, here he goes again. Do you know what I mean? Here he goes again. And it's just like, it's okay. And I get it. I get people don't like people that have ambition. It's just always been the case. But I want this pod to be outspoken, to be fun, to be engaging, to be entertaining.
It has to be edgy. Otherwise, there's no point doing it.
But it's not like we don't force it. It's just who we are. But as long as we're always, and I'm really big on this, I speak and I hope you guys believe it is like this. But I try and speak with things that back it up. I don't turn around and go, Shoreham are shit. I'll go, Shoreham have lost X amount of games in 10 games.
You'll come with receipts.
Yeah, always. Or I think Stedin are going to win the league because they're going on an unbelievable run of winning game. They haven't lost in X. Blah, blah, blah. Like, we don't just go, they're good, they're shit. I don't like him. I like him. I'm not having that, and I'm not having that, right? We don't do that. And we debate it. And sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes you're wrong, Mike. Monty, sometimes your stats might be wrong. But do you know what? Like,
I haven't seen that yet.
I spotted one tonight, but I'm not going to bring it up. Right, so I'll tell you off camera. Not in a bad way. It's nothing bad. It doesn't really change anything. And I might now be wrong, so we won't bring it up live. But I want people to understand. We will take rumours and we will dissect rumours.
Yeah.
We will take opinions. We will dissect opinions. We will have our own opinions and we will be open for you to dissect them. Yeah. So do you know what? It's gone 10. Lee's in bed. So Jason Orange is having a sleep. I hope his missus ain't next to him tonight. She was fuming last week, mate. She was fuming.
Mate, I saw his beautiful missus with the, you know.
She's fuming.
I saw her. She's such a wonderful lady in there, and to put up with Lee, because imagine having him right every fucking night. You know how wild would he be? Right, every night, like I guess it's 9:59. He's there with his little fucking, you know, Christmas Carol hat on, and that he's in his full-on pajamas and he's done his teeth, and then by 10:01, he's.
Like I remember, like let's pull the camera back.
Imagine being Lee Penn for a day.
No thanks. He'll be on his live, on his X live. All right, everyone.
All right. Yeah, is it? But
like she was fuming last week. She was fuming, right? But we
You think my missus don't get fuming, mate?
She loves me.
She loves you, Bill.
Yeah,
she loves you. She's concerned about you, Monty. You know, she does need. She's saying that we may need Montgomery to, you know, come out of his shell a little bit. You know what I mean? She's a bit concerned about you, and I tell them all the wonderful things that you do, all of the stats behind the scenes. You know, you're in the game and everything like that. And to be fair, you are a bit of a punching bag for us, and but you do take it. You do take it. And by the way, Monty, I haven't got the video. I will play it next week of your save of the season yesterday.
Love it.
How did you get on, by the way? What was the score?
We lost.
Okay, right. Moving
End of the season. It's all about NAS next year. We'll move on. But can we do this? Like, we're in our last little bit. Lee's asleep, right? Come on. We know there's thousands watching. Hit us with some hard hit. Hit us with some questions, like comments.
Someone drop a question in there now. Drop a question in there. Because, to be fair, there is over 2,000 of you on a Sunday when the Masters is on. By the way, the US Masters. I'm a golf guy.
Better than that. We're better than that.
But the Masters is on. Even I said one person that won't be on it today be Low Edwards, Mike, because he's a golf sicko. He's a golf sicko. He'll be sat there in front of the three Masters, and he'll play this back, and he'll go, "You bastards!" And someone go out there and give us an awkward question. Come on. But why we there?
Come on. Otherwise, we're fucking off early. Like, we've done our job. We've got over 2,000 people. Done our job, right?
Yeah.
Now do yours.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, one thing I did want to mention though.
Go on.
To be fair, is playoffs.
Yeah.
Is it now going to get a little bit strategic? Where
I think teams have to be careful, Mike.
Let's say in the Prem.
Yeah, go on.
Say Guernsey or Hayward finish second. Yeah?
Yeah.
Could still be stunning, but it's unlikely at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's
well, on paper, mate, I think it's guaranteed to either be Hayward for standing second. Guernsey are in pole position for third. Okay. They win. If they win on Tuesday,
right.
they finish third. Done.
So second will play fifth.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Third will play fourth.
Yeah,
Yep.
third at home. Yeah,
Who's going to want to go away to Guernsey
no one.
with well over 1,200, 1,300 watching that game?
No one.
When Aringi Airways, Propeller Airways, what's this? What's our mate saying? Bill, my money. Who expects to finish 19th in the SC? In the eyes, Money, get up that league, lad.
Sheppy.
Is that what
Yeah,
you're thinking?
I'd go Sheppy as well after seeing their recent results.
I know the Westies are coming for us, but I'm telling you this, not on my watch. All right. And secondly, I want you to stay up. So let's have Sheppy go down. Fuck Kev.
Yeah, fuck Sheppy. Come and give us me. But just what I said, yeah, it's a shout there. Keep him coming, keep him coming.
Up the Tom, by the way, up the Tom.
Yeah, love Tom. Tom. All right, Tom.
There's another question there. There's another question there, quickly.
Is there another one? Who wins Div 2?
Howsham Town.
Yeah.
I would agree with that, right? Do you know what? I saw
I'm hearing rumours. Big rumours.
What kind of rumours?
Nasty rumours.
Nasty?
Catastrophic rumours.
Like a nasty girl rumour?
Like problems. Big problems.
Okay. Bill?
Question. Where's Howsham playing a home game?
Currently,
Yeah.
I think they're Peacehaven, I want to say.
Not been playing at home, have they? Is there a free G pitch down yet?
No.
Is there problems with planning? I'm hearing there is, right?
Is there? And
I'm hearing this.
Let's be honest, Bill. You would probably know. You're over that way.
Right. So I want someone to
And I've
dispel
got
the
a couple
rumor.
of questions. Jimmy's got a question. I've had Dan drop a question in.
Let's
Dan,
dispel
you did
the
something
rumor. Howsham Town, are you listening? Howsham Town, are any of you on? Because I'm not going to message someone there. I want you to message us. And if you can't, it's fine. But I know you listen. I know everyone listens in this county, right?
They're in pole position to win that league, mate. Howsham.
I'm hearing there was a chairman there, yeah? And he looked after a club called, I don't know, I might have got the name wrong, but his club was called Wellcroft or Wellgrove or something along those lines, right? And his ambition was to push them up. And they ended up playing at Howsham Town too. And he became a chairman of Howsham Town. And he was the guy backing, rolling the financials there to do the 3G pitch. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's what that's the picture, right? That's what I'm hearing. There has been a new development just not around the corner in Howsham. A couple of 3G pitches. Yeah. A couple of 3G pitches. Lovely. Beautiful, by the way, over there. I'm hearing Liam, I'm telling a rumor, mate. Okay. If you ain't got the answer for it, just fucking wait. All right. Wait until we talk about step 5. Okay. So I've heard that he's pulled out.
Really?
That's what I've heard. That would not be good news for Howsham because the pitch has been dug up.
Cool. Now these questions we have to give another 10 minutes, lads, because these questions are fine.
That's fine. I'm saying what I want to know, right? Yeah. I want to know if that's true. And I want to hear it from someone from the club tonight. Okay? So anyone listening that's got any friends at Howsham Town, anyone, get them on. Let's hear it.
Oh, hang on. Tommy Adam, Wellcroft Rangers.
Yeah. So is it true, Tommy? Are you hearing the rumours? Or is that the next job for you? It's Wellcroft.
Well, I've got one coming from Anonymous.
Go on then.
Are Infinity going through their bad patch and will they get out of it?
Well, if they are, it's the wrong time.
What's the last thing? Because I went down there and cursed them a bit because they were having a great run and they lost and they shouldn't have lost.
You're like Lee Penn. You're like a witch.
I'm a wizard. I'm a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard. So are they going through them? For me personally, Infinity have had a great run. Deck's done fantastic job since he's been there. Without a shadow of a doubt. Got to know Jody and the boys down there. Great club in there. Big ambitions, by the way. and they might just not be ambitions just in this league.
What
Okay.
did they have much to say about my opinion?
Well, we confirmed that your view of the calling the club and the clubhouse and the whole thing a shithole changed. You know, when I sent that thing, because I got up on the thing, and they took that in all banter, to be fair. They're good lads. They're real ones. Their home changing room is fucking about step 3, mate. It's fucking brilliant. Their away changing room,
Horrid.
that's about step 10. Bless
But,
them.
mate,
Yeah, that's how you do it, though. That's how you do it.
If you go to Hastings away dressing room, it's like a gas chamber.
It's horrible.
Like, there's nothing legal in there. Nothing legal.
I broke the fucking handle the first time I played in there. I opened the door and the fucking handle came off my hand.
So, are Infinity going for a bad patch? Look, they've had a cut. Monty, what's the last couple of results, mate?
Infinity, obviously, they drew on Saturday, 3-0 with Upfield. On the Monday game, they lost 2-1 home to Selsey.
Should have
Well,
lost
that's
that.
a bad result. That 1-0 up half time.
Mate, it was 2 goalkeeping errors and yesterday's one for Infinity. I was going to put it. I was going to do a little thing tonight. I'm going to do it next week, by the way, because I've got a few of them. It's called pen or no pen, right? And by the way, thanks to ref support, you know, the Twitter thing, you know, the ref support for following us and actually saying, you know, you guys actually do some good stuff, which I thought was very nice. And that
We're good to refs. We're good to refs.
Yeah. But don't. If the missus sees that, she'll be fuming.
We're all coming, Charleston.
Yes, we are. We're going.
Have you
So,
know
are
what?
they got-
Isn't there like a show out in Benidorm?
Yeah, Sticky Vicky, mate. It's now her daughter, mate. Look, I've been.
Daughter?
Yeah, now it's her daughter that does it now. Because Sticky Vicky, she's like in her 60s, bless her. You know, and no one wants to see that shit. No one see that shit. But I've done Benidorm a few times, mate. You know me. I get about. Right. So have they gone through their patch? Look, I think that playoffs are all about secured, if not secured, for Infinity. And I'll tell you one thing: no one will want to go there. No one wants to. Don't pretend you know, Bill. No one will want to go to Infinity.
It's been a while since Benidorm
away, because I tell you what, for the right kind of in the right way, that could be a tough place to go, because those fans will get on you. Yeah, in the nicest way.
Yeah, I think
she's gone. She's got Ian. Look, she's gone. Right. Okay. I've got a controversial one.
Goes off the ball there. It needs to focus on a relegation battle, not Sticky Vicky.
Right. Next one. Who has underachieved in the ISE? Isthmian South East.
Hastings United.
Shout out to Adrian or Adrian.
Hastings United.
Adrian, you are drinking a lovely beer there in your profile picture, mate. Shout out to you. Hastings, fair enough.
And I'll tell you why quickly, right? If my fucking computer, I don't know what it's doing here. Hold on.
Anyone wants to come on the Beano to Benidorm, by the way, the flights are Thursday the 14th of May.
Hastings United this year, a bit sad actually to see it so low, but the average attendance, they got the second highest average attendance in the league, right? Second highest, which is pretty low if you ask me, but it is what it is. It was when we last were in this league, our average attendance was 1,262. This year, it's the second highest, and would have been the highest this year, based on previous years. It's 681, so it has gone down quite a bit, yeah. But they are the second biggest club in the league outside Jersey Bulls when it comes to attendances. So when you look at it, VCD are the worst, bottom. Yeah, they're gone down, right? Erith are down there fighting. East Grinstead Town are the fourth worst. Yeah, Three Bridges, by the way, they are the 16th in the average attendance table. It's criminal.
Okay. Well, I've got one that leads on about the Isthmian South as well.
What's
another
that?
question come in. I've got another question.
Okay, but yeah, Hastings United, ignore who the manager is. Hastings United should not be in a relegation battle. It's ridiculous.
So here's one come out from John Roberts, the father of Ethan Roberts, by the way, and
my favourite
also
player,
Stenning
right?
under 18s gaffer.
Yeah.
Who's best equipped for the Isthmian South East next season?
What, from going up, you mean?
Mm.
Who's best equipped, even
From
though they're
going
not top of the league right now?
Mm.
I would say Hayward Heath.
You say Hayward Heath.
Yeah, Hayward Heath are the most equipped. Doesn't mean they're going to make it, but if they went up, I don't think they'll be coming. I don't think they'll be coming straight back down.
Okay, fair enough. And he did say, bearing in mind, 75% of Hayward Heath team were relegated with Stenning.
Yeah, that's a shout. It's a good
Good
shout.
shout, John. John Roberts, shout out.
John, it's a great shout. Great shout.
I like that.
But,
Get a couple more in whilst we're here.
But wait. We have to put one thing into context.
Go on.
Kev Green won the league with Stenning and didn't get to do the job with Stenning the following year.
Fair play. Very fair play. Very, very fair play. Right, I think we can take one more. One
Cool.
more for anyone that's out there. But one little thing whilst we're waiting for one more to come in. Someone sent me an interesting WhatsApp today.
Oh God. Did my pictures leaked?
No. But no, I haven't got that kind of magnification on my Nokia 33. What I'm saying is, there's a WhatsApp group dedicated with like, I don't know, some idiots betting on what I will drink on this show.
Brilliant.
And how much. So, for the WhatsApp group, today was the Sulo Melbeck 2024, and there is 90% gone. So, whoever bet on that, I want some of the money to pay Billy Wood my gambling debt. I'm going to owe him. Okay?
There's one I liked on there, Mike.
Go on.
Jimmy, have a look just underneath Tom's.
What's
Who
up, Jim?
wins the County Prem next season at a guess now?
Oh, yeah. Shout out, Jim. Jim's a big supporter. I love
Right.
Jimmy.
So,
Who wins County Prem at a guess now? Let's
Right.
have a little look. I'll tell you one team I'll put our team for you straight away.
Go on.
Until their manager took over, I hadn't had the best relations with the team. I used to call them salty.
Go on.
Salty.
Yeah, but they're not going to go up though.
That's wrong league, mate.
I've already said they're going to win that league anyway. Lowe was fuming with me that I said that. Like, genuinely.
Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong league.
Yeah, County Prem. County Prem.
Yeah, sorry. I'm looking at the fucking
90% that bottle. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's been a long one. It's been a long one.
Well, the County
I'll
Prem,
tell you one thing. If the new manager at this guy's team, they've got him, and his ambitions have been met, knowing what he expected at Hayward Heath and things like that, surely Roffey would have to be in that idea.
And do you know what? Apart from if Littlehampton go down and end up in the league, yeah, I think that could happen. I would say Roffey.
I mean, if Littlehampton come down,
I think it's Littlehampton, but look, playing at Horsham, hopefully getting the budget he wants because he's going to need a budget.
Boom.
Well, you're happy.
We're at the big 2,500 mark.
That's brilliant. So that means about 4,500 individual listeners. Great.
Thank you to everyone.
Right.
Thank you to everyone. We're the magic 2,500. Never been done. Never been done.
Look at this comment. Stu, you laugh, Stu. He could be playing for you next season, I'm hearing. Rumour.
Right. So, because it's the we're at that magical number, I would like to break protocol if that's okay.
No, don't do it because it will.
Don't do it.
Don't, because it will just the fourth wall will be destroyed forever.
No,
It'll be destroyed.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring up Lee Penn and get him out of bed and say,
No, don't do it. He's got to
we
sleep.
did it, lad. No, he would be asleep. He would be asleep.
You'll find out tomorrow morning in the WhatsApp group. He'd be over the moon.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if he was there? Could you imagine if he was there and he was just asleep?
Oh, he's asleep.
Look, we're going to end it there on a record night.
Well, lad.
Guys, blown away, because that is, for what you lot don't know, is no one has ever, for what we've done in that thing, made these numbers on a talk show on Sussex Non-League Football. It's a fact, so this one is for everyone out there.
And everyone else, I just want to say this. Whoever else does any, up your game and come for us, because you know what? It's only going to make us better.
Oh, it's going to be on, isn't it? We want it. We want it.
Yeah.
Bring it. So for everyone out there, have a wonderful week. We're going to be back at it. But one thing we're going to encourage, start getting these questions in early. Start influencing Billy's list. Start saying to him, why are you not talking about this? Why are you not talking about this team? Why are you not talking about this coach? Why are you not talking about these players? Yeah, because quite frankly, this is your show. You control the show. Monty Watson-Price, the poshest name in non-league football. Thank you. Your hair's looking slick tonight, lad. Well done. Billy, the Project Wood, the voice of Sussex football. Thank you.
One thing, DMs are open. All right? Always open on X. Drop me a message. Everyone knows I respond. I respond to everyone. If you want me to talk about your club, or you've got some rumours, or you want to blow some... Also, just talk about stuff. I had a manager from Step 6 message me about another club saying, look, something you said weren't right. And this is the story behind it. We talked. And I'm always open to talk to people. And I'm sure there's many who can comment and say that I'm always up for chatting to people. We are always open, and also open to be proven wrong. Or if you want any advice, I'm there as well. Okay, I'm there. I'm here as an open, free, operational thing to help football clubs in Sussex. So just jump if you need something answered, got a question, worried about something. I'll jump on a phone call with you for 10, 15 minutes or maybe an hour and we'll chat.
Wonderful. And from Lee Penn, the man with Women's Co, the most followed, now monetized YouTuber in Sussex and non-league football here. Guys, we will see you there. Have a wonderful Monday. Take care. Big week coming. Get in contact. You control the show. From us,